Welcome in, everybody. You know what it is. It's Uncle Feel Good. Uncle Feel Good, the host of A Idol on TikTok. And y'all know what I do. I come on here and I bring on some of the best, the heavy hitters. As y'all can see in the screen next to me, I got my man, Mr. Scoe. I call him DJ Scoefresh. I like to say the whole name because it just rolls off the tongue easy. And I got my co-star here. Y'all know I got my tie. This is Uncle Feel Good and his motherfucking tie. That's how it's gonna be, and that's how y'all gonna see me from now on. Y'all gonna see me in a tie because I just like change, and I'm very comfortable in a tie. As DJ Scoefresh know, when you're in the professional world, sometimes you have a bunch of ties.
Yeah,
You
you got
know, and we don't get to wear them until we go to court or something.
right.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want y'all to say hello to DJ Scoe Fresh, better known as Mr. Scoe. And I'm telling you right now, this brother right here came faster on my interview than anybody I've known. I've known a lot of people in the last 6 months on TikTok with this AI music. And as soon as I ran into DJ Scoe Fresh, the world opened up to me. They said, "You know him? You know him?" So, who is Mr. Scoe, and where you from, my friend?
I am originally from Akron, Ohio. However, I live here in Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah. So,
Okay, okay. How you like it out there in the KY?
I like it. I've been back here been back here 17 years because after I came down with my father, I've always lived with my dad, and being young, wherever he go, you gotta go. So, we moved here in August of '86. My father passed away in November
Oh, blessings.
of '86. So from that point on, man, it was just learning how to be a man, and went to high school, got a scholarship to college, and left, you know, and was gone, had a career and everything. And then once I, retired and stuff, here I am because this is where I made myself.
Okay, okay. And you have a large family?
I have an older family, put it that
Okay.
way,
Right, right, right. Same here.
because nobody's left really except for the children. So
Yeah.
it's just me and my brothers and sisters. That's all. If I got probably one uncle, that's it.
Oh, I understand, brother. And that's where we are right now in this lifetime. Where we stand. It's fortunate. It's not unfortunate. It's just fortunate. We lived
Yeah,
a long time, man.
I love it, man, because my siblings are way older than me.
Okay.
Well, the closest child to me is 63, and that's my brother. My oldest is my sister. She's 89.
No way. Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Good for her, man.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm up there too. I'm 63, so I guess you can call me your younger brother, man.
She like, yeah, you same age as my brother. My brother,
Yeah.
I'm the baby of the entire family, so I'm the last of the Mohicans.
Okay, okay. And you look good, brother. You look good, man.
I try, man. I don't put nothing polluting in my body. I don't smoke. I don't do no drugs. I drink every now and then. A social drinker. Events and something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't. You're not going
You
to
don't
catch me.
get drunk.
No, no, no.
Yeah, I quit drinking altogether, man. It just wasn't helpful for my gift. And my gift is helping people.
Hmm.
I acquired that gift because at being an alcoholic, you help people and it hides you from being exposed. People
Yeah,
don't look at you, they look at what you're doing.
absolutely.
So I did a podcast interview with my mom who's deceased. I did an AI twin with her, and believe it or not, she talked to me through that AI twin, and she said that drinking was it was a it was the devil stopping you from your blessings.
Hmm.
And once I stopped, man, everything just started happening. It's still happening. So I'm real grateful and happy, man,
Oh
that I
yeah,
stopped drinking.
that's a
Yeah.
blessing, man. It's a blessing because see, I always say you can't tell somebody, hey, you need to stop doing this. You need to stop doing this. When they're ready to come in from out of the storm, they'll come in. You can provide them with all the information, give them all types of umbrellas. If they don't want to come in, they're not coming in.
And I stopped doing that too. I stopped saying, let me try to save the world. But I had a friend who was a heroin addict, and he was the
Mhm.
nicest guy. Nieces and nephews love him, cousins love him. He's just a nice guy. But he recently passed away, and everyone was saying, "Man, we tried to talk to him, and he don't listen and all that." And I said, "Well, wait a minute. Was he happy?"
Right.
And they said he was always happy. That's what he
Right.
chose to do.
Right.
And that's all we can do is cheer people on if they're doing what makes them happy. If it's hurting them, no, it's hurting us watching them go through that.
Well,
It's not
that's
hurting
the
them. They're
thing
happy.
is what is hurting them, and you feel that you can't do nothing about it.
So
And
you can't
well,
change. You can't. Why focus on something you can't change?
right.
People, like you just mentioned, people have to do it themselves.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And you just changed the game too, my friend. Speaking of change, when I listen to a couple of your songs, I don't like listening to people's songs by
Mhm.
myself. I love, if someone gives me a song, I love going on live and listening to it in the room in real time with
Mhm.
real reactions and real people. Sometimes the reactions are just, kind of consistent. Sounds nice, sounds nice. But you know when it sounds nice,
Oh
you
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And your music, I heard two songs and I was like, oh man, I better do this interview so I can listen to the songs in post production, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So, all of your songs here, man, you have about what, 15 songs on your LP?
Yeah, I have 15 songs on my R&B album, and then
Okay.
my hip hop album, I got 18 songs.
Hmm. Where's
Yeah,
the hip
because
hop album?
the hip hop album's under DJ Scoefresh.
Hmm.
The
Okay.
R&B album's under Mr. Scoe.
Okay. Okay. I'm looking forward to listening to all of it. And I'll tell you how I ran into you. I was roaming the streets, and I don't roam the streets of TikTok too much because I got five businesses. So I try to go and just say hi to people.
Mhm.
You came up, and I immediately sat in your room and got stuck. And the music y'all were doing, I can't remember what it was, but it got me. And that's when I first noticed you. And then you were saying hi. And then you came to my room, and that's when the game changed. Because after my live, people said, "Did you see who was in your room? DJ Scoefresh." I'm like, "Is he that dude?" I thought so too. Yeah. And,
Yeah.
as a host, not as an artist, as a
Mhm.
host, that's what I look at, because I
Mhm.
am one. And if you have a Cadillac, of course, you're going to notice Cadillacs driving down the street,
Of
you
course.
know. So being a host,
I actually have a Cadillac.
see, that's my dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a
I'm
Cadillac.
I'm I'm working on my electric one now, you know. But when I saw you as a host, I gravitated to it, and I started watching you. I wasn't listening to the music. I hear
Mhm.
music all the time, but watching you, and I'm going, yeah, that's who I like to know because you got a great format, no nonsense, and you make it very clear that we're going to come over here and have good time, have fun, and I like that, brother. I respect that in you. You're not just there um, trying to build up your ego, you
Yeah,
know.
it's never been ego driven for me. Even in sports, it was just this is what I like to do. I'm gonna do it.
Right, because you can. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You're an
I can't.
athlete. This is what I do.
Yeah, so
Like the old
that's how
saying
I do
go.
it.
We keep our head down, and everybody else see the show. We just keep our head down, man.
Right, right. You don't sometimes you don't really even realize what you're doing because you're focused on
Yeah.
getting it done. You know, doing what you're supposed to do, doing the job. Doing the job that was brought forth in front of you.
And yeah, just like me being a performer, being a musician, I don't focus on the boos and the applause because when I'm up there, as you know, you got blinders on. You focus on, damn, I better not forget these lyrics,
Right.
and I better make sure the keyboard player is turned up and everybody's not drunk. You're focused on other things. You don't hear the boos and applause. You just
You don't.
focus on the performance, like you do.
Even like when I'm playing football, you're in front of 70, 80,000 people.
Yeah.
You don't hear the applause until you score.
I heard that. Yeah, I heard that. Wow, y'all just tune out.
You
Everything
tune
is
and because you got to keep from getting your head knocked off. So you can't be out there and just like, the play's going, you looking, there's a chick up in the stand, you like this, and this dude saying go. then you just feel like you heard he's like, oh, he's gold. Then you take off running. Nah,
You
that ain't gonna work.
gotcha. Okay, man, I'm so proud of what you're doing for AI. I want to say thank you
Hey,
because we need more
my
DJ
pleasure.
Scoefresh.
My pleasure, man. It's
Yeah.
just it's so much hate towards it. I mean, people would say we'll listen to a horrible organic song,
Yeah.
but their pushbacks like, well, at least it's not AI. I'm like, but the song is horrible. Like, come on, man. But I don't. One thing about me is, I don't never criticize no one. I don't care how good the song is. I don't care how bad the song is. You're not going to get me to say something bad about the artist because at the end of the day, we're listening to music. We listen to the message, not the messenger. And I think with AI, people are so fixated on the messenger, they don't hear the message.
That's always the case, man, and that's why I love what you're doing, man. Because me myself, the message is bigger than anything, and don't worry about how because I look like an IG model. Don't focus on that. Shut up.
Right.
You know?
Sexy as I am,
Right,
what I'm saying?
exactly.
You'd be like, yeah, man, sexy as I am.
And I want you to understand what I did yesterday. I got phone calls, texts, emails, people saying that's probably the best show we've ever seen on TikTok. I took it from you. I took a page from you.
Yeah, man. It's because it's at the end of the day, what do we do it for? Do we do it for us or do we do it for the people? And when you do it for the people, it's more genuine, it's more authentic, and people gravitate towards authentic a lot. So
Yeah.
that's one of the pushbacks that we get from AI. People still want that authentic sound, but you got to realize, man, it's coming, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
I totally agree.
There's nothing you can do to stop it.
And see your wisdom right there. And my wisdom also is a plus in this AI game because well, for us that are experienced, I'm gonna talk about your background
Okay.
in a minute. But for me, just being born into the music game and now being 63, I have a lot of responsibility and I have a lot of wisdom and I have a lot of experience. I don't want to sit here and say, "Look at me." I want to say, "Look at my tie," but I don't want to sit here and say, it's all about me. What it is, it's all about us.
Right. It's about us. And I
I
think,
love helping people out. I just talked to Song Smith, and I said, Song, I want you to know from here on out, you're my dude, man. You're my right hand man. But I may not be playing your songs all the time because I don't want to show favoritism because there's
mhm,
people that need me. There's
right.
people that need you,
Right.
that need that boost that doesn't have the confidence or that they can do better and they're
Mm,
just not. So you give them you give them a shine, you give them a stage,
right. Right.
and that's what we do now. Speaking of that,
Yes, sir.
tell me more in depth because we touched on it very briefly about your background musically. You mentioned film, you mentioned college, you mentioned uh, all these interesting things, man, that I just want to share, on this platform. Take it
Okay.
away, bro.
Okay. Well, you know, I come from a one parent home. I don't say single parent home. I come from a one parent home. Like I grew up with my dad. I've always lived with my father. I never lived with my mom. Now, I don't know why. I never asked the question because it didn't affect me like, I guess, modern day people,
Yeah.
where you're rebellious against the parent that's not there. Because, you know, one thing my father always said, always respect your mother because you don't know what she been through. Now, to open up some shed the light on that, when I was born, I'm 56, so I was born 1970. When I was born, my father was 57 years old
Ooh.
when I was born. Okay. And I've always lived with my father
Yeah.
from a baby, you know. Um, I don't know how I got there, but I just know I was there. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So growing up with my father, you were pushed into things that men do. You know what I'm saying? Because my father was beyond the player stage back then. He's a
Yeah.
home. He's one of them cool cats. But my father was a musician, and he had his own band. Picture Harlem Nights when you go into Sugar Ray's and
Yeah.
he's standing up there doing that. That was my father.
Conductor kind of guy.
Yeah, but he was a piano player. He knew how to play the piano, clarinet, saxophone, flute. So he knew how to do all that stuff, self-taught. And, you know, I never knew how good he was because that was just my dad. You
I
know,
understand. I understand.
like, okay. So with that, as I started getting older, we moved to the projects and stuff, and I met some dudes and stuff. But it was always street football for me. Then the breakdancing era came, and I was like, yeah, I like this,
Yeah.
because I get to pop lock and do all that. Then I was like, but then I saw the people gravitate not just around the breakdance, behind the DJ. I was like, I want to do that. I want to do that. And check it out. This is how I got started. Honest to God, truth. I went to Goodwill, and you know how back then you used to have the record player that had its own speakers plugged into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what I ended up doing, I ended up getting two of them. So I got two turntables with their own speakers. So I got four speakers sitting in front of me. But what I did, I take one speaker, plug it to one half of one turntable, then the other speaker plug to the other side of the turntables, and there I am. I'm just playing records and scratching records. No mixer, no
Right.
nothing. So, and I'm thinking I'm doing something. You know what I'm
You
saying?
were.
But then when I turned 14, I told my dad, I want these right there, and he's like, because my father wasn't really into these. He's like, well, what are those? I said, they turntables, Dad. I can make music with them. He's like, all right, I'm gonna buy you these, but you better, back then, you better not break them, stuff like that.
Right.
And
Right.
right then and there, I took off because I have a good ear to mega mix, synchronized beats and stuff. And it took off from there, man. I ended up with two 1200 techniques. I had a what mixer did I had one of the old
Gemini. Gemini.
I had no I had the Radio Shack mixer, and it was the one with the crossfader. And man, I remember my first gig, man. I was 15 years old, and this lady paid me $100 to do a birthday party. I thought I was the man.
You were hooked.
But it just took off from there. I got older, developed my skill better. I've always had, an ear for music. And then after the turntables came, here come the first drum machine. Then here come the first Tascam board. So it just developed and developed. Then next thing you know, I got 6 to 7, 8, 10 crates of records now. And now I got the full production. I'm like 16 years old, you know. But then I got away from it because we moved here. Then I started playing football because I moved here. I didn't know nobody, and the scene was changing from breakdancing to just music. So I was like, well, I'm already in the pocket then. I'm already here. But then, like I said, fate has its intervened. My father passed away, and I was an angry kid because, we moved to Kentucky. You done moved me down here. I don't know nobody, and you pass away on me. And I was like, what I'm going to do? So either I was going to sink or swim. Either I was going to stay here or go back home to my mom. And that would have been the first time I've ever lived with my mother. And it would have been okay because it's my mom. I love my mom.
Yeah.
But I decided to stay. So with the knowledge that I had from my father, I went downtown. I petitioned the court for my independence. Okay. Wasn't nobody there to fight against me, so I was granted my independence. So he died in November. I petitioned the court for my independence in December. January 14th, 1987, I moved into my first apartment, and I have never looked back. Yeah.
Brother.
Yeah, because like my father. It's funny. My father used to tell me stuff. He's like, Roscoe, come here. Like, yes, sir. When you get older, you're gonna do this, this, and this. I'm looking at him like, okay, Dad, I understand you talking to me, but I'm only 5. I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I promise you, when my father passed away, everything he ever said to me clicked on like a light switch, and I just knew what to do. And I persevered, crossed the sands of time and all that. Went to school, got my education, got a career and stuff. But, you know, after that, like I said, after that, I got a scholarship to college. Then I was drafted to the Oakland Raiders. You know, it wasn't I didn't make a big thing about it because I'm a very humble person, you know, and my accomplishments, my accolades is just, I call them, they're just moments in my life.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So, played for 16 years. I came down from NFL to the Arena Football League, and I think that was probably the funnest time that I played football. Because Arena Football, man, let me tell you something. They are ruthless. They hit hard because it's a faster play of the game. And but
And
long
they
as I was
trying to
getting,
prove something.
yeah, as long as I was getting paid for it, I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
So
what position did you play?
play running back.
Get out of here, man.
Yeah, I was
You,
I was one of the biggest running backs in the league.
dude, I would have tackled your little big ass, man.
That's what they say.
Yeah, I would have had 3 headaches every day. You're like,
Hey, actually, man, when I got to the league, man, I wasn't real big. I was 6'4", probably 205, and it took this dude. I know he was every bit of 390. I got tackled, and he fell across my legs, and I thought both my legs were broke. I was like, you know what? I see what's about to happen. I got in that weight room, start hitting them weights. I started eating pasta, meat, and stuff, and bulked up. So that following year, I was bouncing off of him like a ping pong ball. I was like, yeah, you ain't about to
wow.
do that to me, because that hurt it. That hurt it. Yeah. that was. I don't want to feel that pain again.
Right, right.
So my football career was very quiet because what I noticed is, and you have to take this certain uh, class seminar about what happens when you become a professional athlete. Everybody and their mama gonna come out of the wall. You gonna meet a cousin that on your dad's side, third time removed. All these people start coming. So I really paid attention to that. So a lot of people didn't know I played football. Now my buddies did because they always knew I could go up the ranks and play because I grew up with them and they
Yeah.
knew, I'm known for playing football here. So, and that's how my career went, man. Yeah, it was quiet, got paid, but I wasn't foolish with my money.
Yeah.
I just put it away because my appetite for material things is not high. It was never high. All I want to do is take care of my family. I got married at the time. I got married young, had my son. So what I did with my money, I took care of my family.
You had a good template.
I just paid the bills. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. My father was a man's man. He knew how to do a lot, man. He knew how to just do everything. And now to this day, I know how to do everything. I know how to do a lot.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And,
So
and you only have one son?
I have three. I have 3 children. I got my oldest son. He's 31. He'll be 32 this year. Then I have my daughter. She's 23. She just had her baby. Her baby's like 3 months old now. Then my
Oh, wow.
youngest son. He's my football player.
Okay.
He's down at the University of Texas, and he just had his little. So, but I gave each and every one the same speech at the same point in time in their life. So, you know, my daughter, she's she's my problem child, man. That spoiledness, that middle child syndrome is something else, man. So, yeah, yeah.
And I
So,
have 6 daughters.
oh man, so yeah, that middle child syndrome was, how come he get to do this and I couldn't do this? I was like, but you get to do stuff that your little brother can't do,
Right.
So yeah.
And you know what's so funny about that. I was talking to my dad, and I sat out on the porch with him one day, and I was talking to him. Finally, had that talk, and I said, you know what? Mom loved me more than she loved everybody. We had our own little thing, Dad, to the side. He said, let me tell you something. She loved all y'all individually, and all y'all said the same thing. Y'all just didn't
Right.
know it. She was
Yeah.
a genius at doing that, making you feel special like we do as parents, and I do the same thing to my daughters. And people say, how do you deal with these six girls? And I go, individually,
Yeah.
just individually,
Yeah.
you know?
Because I grew up like an only child, though. Even though I got 8 other brothers and sisters, I grew up like the only child because I'm the only one who lived with his father.
Right, right.
And my brother and my mom probably lived down the street. You know, because it was funny because even though my mom and dad were together, where it was funny wherever we moved at, my mom was all close. Like we'll move over here, my mom lived around the corner. We'll move over here, my mom lived down the street. So I think that was her way of probably keeping an eye on me, you
Right,
know.
right, right,
And
right.
but it was all growing up with my dad. It was
Wow.
just that.
You have an interesting background, and I knew that. That's why I wanted you to share it. I wanted to hear it in its entirety, and I'm sure that most people now know who the man behind the music is, because once again, Miles Davis said the music sounds better once you know who's behind it. And
Yeah,
a lot of people get to know you as a host. I want
yeah.
them to get to know you as the man, as a professional, as an athlete, other than what they see, because there's more to you. There's more layers to you, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You
Because
know,
again, like I spoke with yesterday, like a lot of people don't know I'm an archaeologist. That is the true
go,
profession.
please. I'm
Uh,
interested.
and again, it stems back from my father because while everybody was reading comic books and stuff, my father had me reading encyclopedia. So I'm like 4 years old with this big old encyclopedia, learning to read. And the reward for me was to get to the middle of the encyclopedia because that's where all the color pictures were. You know what I'm saying? you know. So I gotta read.
Yeah.
I gotta read until I get to that middle. So I'm like, yeah. And then as I got older, my father says, "Well, hey, come here." Like, yes, sir. What is? Can you tell me? What's the pop Australia? And I could just read, ramble it off. So keeping that up, that put that archaeology bug in me because I used to watch the Discovery Channel and National Geographic back then.
Jacques Cousteau.
Yeah, Jacques Cousteau, man, dude, that was my dude, man, because
Yes,
he was
sir.
going places that I could only wish,
Yeah.
But then I just started taking interest, like in the pharaohs, the pyramids, and you know, every time I would open up the Bible, man, I would always read the story of Moses because that sent me back. Then one day, lo and behold, the Ten Commandments came out with Charlton Heston, and I was glued to that TV. Uh, But yeah, that's what got me into archaeology. But I never had time to do it because I had the career playing football, had the wife, raising kids. So then once I retired, I was like, okay, I got time to do what I want to do now. Because I always tell people this, and this is a gem that I learned. Do what you have to do so later on you can do what you want to do.
Say that again, bro.
Do what you have to do so then therefore later on you can do what you want to do.
That's it right there.
I mean, because that's I tell people that I say, man, I had to do what I had to do, so now I can do what I want to do.
Right, right.
I can
And
sit, chill, and do whatever I want to do now.
and
But
as you
archaeology was good.
as I can sit here and see, you seem very content about your journey. You don't seem. I haven't heard you talk about no regrets about anything. You don't sit here and you don't badmouth your past. You kind of embrace everything that happened. Not that you have the best life. Nobody really
It,
has
it,
the
it was,
best life.
I had no support system.
Mm-hmm.
coming up through them ranks. I had no one supported me. You know what? And I lost a lot of family and friends when I started saying no. No, I'm not paying your bills. No, I'm not loaning you money. No, I'm not doing this. Well, hey, but how about this? I'll pay for you full access. Come to a game. They never could make it. Oh, they had something to do. Okay, no problem. And I just kept, full, my head down to the grind. Now it's like, hey, what's up with you? When you coming home to visit? I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not,
Yeah.
because you don't come down here and visit me. So I
You
stopped doing that.
you've been you practice that, and now you got good at it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
You're like a professional of no, and no is an acceptable answer to some people, especially myself. If I ask you a
Mm.
question and you say no, that's an acceptable answer.
Yeah. You
Where
know.
most people, if you say no to, oh, you just shot them in the face.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing you ever did to them was say no. You
Yeah.
know?
I had a chick like that, and it was funny. And this is on the archaeology thing. I had me and her was dating. And,
Mm-hmm.
she was a teacher, got all the accolades, the masters and stuff. Now, mind you, I already have two master's degrees coming out of college.
Mm-hmm.
I went to school year round. So I went to summer 1 and 2 every year.
Right.
I was on scholarship, they paying for it. So I'm gonna take advantage of it.
Right.
So I came out of school with two master's degrees. I have a master's in psychology and a master's in philosophy,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
already graduating out of college. So fast forward to now, I was like, okay, yeah, I can do archaeology now. And so I'm dating this chick. I was like, hey, I'm thinking about now, I'm already in graduate school, but I'm testing waters. I was like, hey, I want to do archaeology. I think that'll be fun. Well, what you want to do that for? What type of money does it make? I was like, I just like the subject, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And she was really against it. I was like, okay. I ain't say no more about it. So when I graduated, I was like, baby, you coming on? I was like, yeah, I'll be over there. So she came through the door. I held it up. I was like, look at this. Then she was like, oh, okay. I see you did actually go to school now, huh? I was like, yeah, I was in school when I was talking to you. But I just wanted to see how you react towards me. Then, it's like, well, what are you going to do with it? I said, whatever I want to do with it. I said,
Mm-hmm.
are you mad because I became smarter than you?
You know how that is.
And it was funny, man. You know what? And we split up after I got my doctorate.
Do you think that was because of the old taboo thing that people don't want you to be better than them?
That's exactly what it was. I mean,
Okay.
it was exuberant because a prime example of that. While me and her was together, I already had a Cadillac. Now my son, he graduated college for the second time. My oldest son.
Well, this
I
is
was
not the
like,
same Cadillac you have now, is it?
no, it's not the same Cadillac. It's like, no. I was like, okay. And my son loved my car because I had to lay out the rims, the system.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, you know. I was like, son, come over here. He came over. It's like, here, congratulations. So I gave my car to my son.
Mm.
This beautiful Miss Wonderful lady. She's like, well, why would you do that? Why would you give your son your car? Now, what are you going to have? Because I'm not going to keep driving up here. Because she lived 45 minutes away from me. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't remember me asking you to do nothing for me. So
Right.
now what I did, I had called and said, hey, can you go take me to get a car? Well, I don't have time and all this. Okay, no problem. So I went and got another Cadillac. Okay. So I pulled up to her house. She's like, well, why would you buy another Cadillac? They're so expensive and all this. I was like, first of all, you criticize me for giving my car away. So then when I get another car, you're going to criticize me for the type of car that I got. And you didn't put $1 on this car. You couldn't even take me to get it.
You knew where this was going.
It was the beginning of the end.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It
And it
starts
just,
off that way. It's going to end that way.
we end up, I was like, you know what? I think you mad because you would never want to see me do better than you. And I've
There
always
it
done
is.
better than you. I just never said nothing.
Ta-da.
So I was like, you know what? In the words of Judge Judy, we're done here. Goodbye.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we've been away from each other. I think about 5 years now.
Well,
You know.
see, from all of that, you're definitely a no nonsense guy.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to be part of your life because I'm no nonsense as well. So I think we can respect each other's territory, you
Exactly.
know, and not
Exactly.
bring no nonsense into each other's life because right now we don't have time for that. We have to do things, although we've done so many things. Right now, we have to do things as if our life depends on it. We don't have 30 more years or 80
Right.
more years like these young kids,
Right. I
you
always
know.
say I got more years behind me than I do in front of me.
Yeah, let me say it. Shoot, Jesus, and I don't feel it.
Not me
Because I
neither, man.
my lifestyle is different. I've worked in the emergency room all my life, a trauma center, so I've seen the worst of the worst situations. But the worst thing I've always seen every day, multiple times a day, was people. I'm 60 inside of the emergency room. This was the last years that I did it, which was 2 years ago. People would come in 20, 30, 40, and look older than me.
Man.
And you know what that was?
Yeah.
Lifestyle.
Yeah.
Lifestyle. It wasn't genetics, it was lifestyle.
Yeah.
So I used to pat myself on the back because nobody else is going to do it and just be
Hmm.
glad that I'm sober. Just be glad that I don't have friends that try to influence me to do other things and one of the biggest things, my wife is Japanese. So let's
I
talk
am
about my
so
diet.
I am so jealous right now. I'm
My
so jealous.
diet, dude, consists of her just calling me before I did this live. Would you like for me to bring you some raw crabfish? I mean crabs and some raw fish. They don't say sushi; they say raw fish.
Yeah,
And I was
that,
like,
that's
sure,
what I call it. But okay.
yeah. And she said it's got curry on it and all that. Let me tell you something, DJ Scoe. I don't like none of it, but that ain't my choice right now. My body needs it.
Hmm.
If it's healthy, I need it. I'm way past taste. I focus on health. I always look at a donut or a pizza or something and go, taste or health? I'll take a bite, but I won't eat the whole thing. I know how it tastes. Tastes good.
Right. Yeah. I've
That
changed the
motherfucker
way
tastes
that I
good.
eat too because I'm older now. I'm no longer playing football, so my body doesn't need what it needs.
All that
However,
protein and yeah, yeah.
but I still have changed the way I eat because I am older.
Correct.
And
Correct.
I don't eat a lot of pork. Like now, I'm not giving up my pork sausage. I'm not doing that.
I
That
love those too.
I'm not doing that. But anything like pork steaks, pork chop, I don't eat chitlins. I don't eat pig ears, pig
Yeah.
snoots, pig feet. I don't eat none of that because I never found it being worth it. So
I
you
agree.
you're gonna get chicken and fish out of me, and if I use
Beef.
ground beef, it's 80-20.
Correct. Right.
And that's all I do, man.
And that's just grown folks' choices right now because when you're young, you can eat anything.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have that luxury anymore. I have to be very mindful. Do I want to spend another 20 years here or five?
Yeah.
You got to open up your fridge and look at your refrigerator, and that tells you how long you're going to live.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah. Also, I'm a very stickler, and and I try to promote this also for it's men's health. Go get checked out.
yeah,
When it's time, go get your colonoscopies, go get your prostates, go get your blood work done. Like I get my blood work done and all that stuff done every year on my birthday. I'm
yeah.
scheduled to do that every year. And according to my primary care physician, I'm pretty healthy.
Well, I got to say, the last time I went to a doctor, I had to go get checked, and I assumed a position, and he said, "Take your pants off and put them over there." And I said, "Over where?" He said, "Over there by mine."
All right, yeah. Oh, look at the time. Um, yeah, I gotta go, doc.
Someone told me that, man, and I fell out, dude. I'm like, "You crazy boy."
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
Like,
it is. I ain't
look
never
at the
heard
time.
that so funny,
Doc,
man. That
I
was
got
so
another
funny.
appointment. I got to get out of here. That's wild.
Well, ain't it wild? But my
Yeah.
boy, man, he'll just call me out the blue. Hey, man, I got a joke for you. And when he told me that one, that's the only one I remember after 20 years. That one had me on the floor.
That's wild, man.
He said right over there next to me.
Yeah, but you know what? I've come to realize though, some people are jealous of your regular life.
Mm-hmm.
You don't got to be doing that. Like
Ain't that something? Ain't
what
that
I'm
something?
doing now. You think you're all that? No, you think I'm all that.
Ain't that something?
I'm just chilling. Or they're mad that you get to do whatever you want to do. I get a lot of that. Like in this dating world, it's like, well,
Yeah.
I like a hardworking man. It just seems like you're laid back, you know. I said, because I've already paid my dues. I
Correct.
earned the right to sit here and do nothing.
Hello.
You-
Hello.
So if I want to sit here and watch movies all day, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
You've earned that.
I've earned that right.
I've retired twice, and the last job I had was working in an emergency trauma center, and I was the most hated guy. Why? Because I was always happy. Why was I always happy? Because I was already retired. I was only working there because I wanted to,
Right.
not because I had to. I wasn't
Right.
chasing that pension. I wasn't chasing, my mortgage getting paid. I was good. I just did it because that's who I am. I've been doing it. I'm certified. Certifications out the ass. So I just went.
Right.
Let me go do what I like to do. It's mindless for me. I don't even think when I'm in the emergency room. You
That
know.
and and to piggyback off of that, another one of my degrees I got this right after I retired. And when you said my wife was in Japan, I was like, oh my god, because I went to school in Japan for 2 years. I took massage therapy because I really wanted to know how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go to probably the masters of it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
I spent 2 years in Japan, Tokyo to be exact,
Yeah.
and got my degree in massage therapy. And when I came back to the States, that was my job for like 7 years. Even though I'm already retired,
Sure.
this I
Yeah.
want to do, and I want to do it, and I want to hone my skills because I'm a forward thinker. So my thing was like, okay, I may meet a woman that already works. I don't care. Go get your money.
Mm-hmm.
I want to have something in place so when she comes in from a long day, a long week, or she comes down or come over for the weekend, I got you. And it's not none of that, oh, come here, baby, let me rub your shoulders. No, I'm gonna need you to lay here, baby, so I can get you together.
Let me
And
let me massage this day off for you.
yeah, exactly. But do it professionally because I mean, and it wasn't cheap, man, because them flights to Japan, boy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know. I retired from
Yeah,
the airline, so I
yeah, man.
don't
They
never
they
paid for a ticket in my life.
so it wasn't one of those we just do it. I just fly over here for the weekend and fly back.
Yeah.
No. Mm-mm. But that was a profession I wanted to learn. So I put that along with, okay, I already got the degrees in psychology and philosophy. So here I have a degree now in massage therapy because I
Mm-hmm.
like learning. I like learning stuff.
Right.
So then we fast forward a little bit. Now I have my doctorate in archaeology. So the next step was now I get to touch on something that I really like, which is music.
Yeah.
So I enrolled at the Los Angeles Film School
Good Lord. Good
with
Lord.
so I have a degree called writing for film and TV with music production.
And
And
what made you go into that? What was the thing that said that's that area? Because you could have chosen many other areas in
yeah,
music.
I wanted to be an actor.
Gotcha.
I wanted to be an actor. But
Mm-hmm.
then me being me, they always got to be complicated. I said, you know what? Let me come from the back end of this, the production of movies, writing, directing for music, music scoring. Because let's be honest, yeah, we see the actors, Denzel, Samuel Jackson. Yeah, they get paid as actors. It's them producers and writers that get paid. Because when Denzel get a Grammy, I'm gonna get a Grammy.
Yeah. Just
So
like producers and engineers.
yeah, so I went that aspect of it. And since I've already knew how to have an ear for music, I added music production to it.
Mm-hmm.
So it just
That's true.
sharpened my skills and it gave me the extra tools. See, now I know how to use them tools real good.
Well, you reinvented yourself actually because as a kid, that kid used to dream of
Yeah.
music.
Yes.
You know, one day I'm going to be on TV, one day I'm going to be in a big auditorium. You had that dream. And now you had the ability to go in here and go, the dream is always there, but let me hone it. You know,
Right.
let me sharpen my tools. And you did it correctly by going to school and learning from the best.
Yeah. And
You
that's
know,
and that's when I say about education. Now, they tell you to go to college, do this. You're learning about the past. You're not learning about the future. So I would say, just my opinion, go to a tech school. So you knowing how to do something, because that is the time and day now. Technology is everywhere.
and they just sleight of hand took away wood shop, electric class. Remember those?
You
Auto
could come out,
mechanic class.
yeah, you could come out of high school
Come on,
certified
man.
as a mechanic, a
Come on,
plumber.
man. Electrician.
Yeah,
That's true.
they took it out because they know, because the colleges were losing money
And the
to the
black
tech
people were
schools.
becoming wealthy.
Yeah, absolutely,
You know,
absolutely.
because in every urban high school there was a shop class,
Hmm.
and you could actually do automotive in your freshman year, electronics in your second year. Now you got all these, you got this artillery under your belt. When you get out of high school, you're marketable.
Yeah, you're
You're
walking.
unstoppable.
Back then, you're getting out of high school and walking into a $50,000 job.
That is correct. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. That's a fact, and that's the one thing I love about where we are now because we know where we are, but we also know what was so good about brought up in the '70s, man.
Uh,
Um,
uh,
those years we will never get back, but we are a product of that.
mhm.
You know, so we got to show up to the plate because I'm gonna hold you accountable. You're gonna hold me accountable. It's like, yo, dude, do the right thing. These young kids, they need us.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
and
so
it's
whatever we
just
did, you know, we deserved what we got. You know, if you put in the work, you're gonna get the rewards. So
right, but
if you're
it's
not
like,
doing shit, then guess what? Don't
ain't
blame nobody. Blame what you didn't
yeah, ain't
do.
shit gonna happen,
You know.
and now it's like, oh man, that was back in the day, man. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay, well, let
Well,
me tell you about this street. Go down that street and see what happened.
and everything in life, you got to go back. You got to go backwards. And let's talk about this music. When you're dealing with this AI music or music, period, not just AI, we're talking about regular music. In order to understand how to become one of the best rappers or best singers out here, you got to go backwards.
Yeah,
You got to put on Marvin. You got to put on Al. You got to put on Ella. You got to put on Barbara Streisand. You got to find out what they did,
yeah,
and then that will help you become better. And I think in AI music right now, what you and I and all these other AI music producers are doing, we're the first, we're the start of hip hop.
right,
You know, in hip hop, when you was doing it, when I was doing it, we didn't see it was gonna be $1 billion company. How could you make money off of this?
right. They said hip hop wouldn't last.
I'm from the New York area, so I saw it, and I'm like, this thing is taking off, but it ain't gonna go nowhere. You know, it's gonna stay here in the hood. And next thing you know, here we are today, and I really feel in my heart, Sco, AI music is gonna do the same thing.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
gonna
it's technology. But a lot of it is the fear of the unknown,
sure,
and
yeah,
those who know how to use the tools know how to use them, and those who don't are jealous of the people who know how to use the
and they
tools,
fear it.
and they fear it.
For
That's
everyone,
all it is. It's
if you
fear.
don't understand something, you're gonna always fear it. Like people that don't like black people, that's because most of them don't understand it,
Yeah,
you know, or fear us for that matter.
yeah.
You know,
They
it's the same.
learn. They learn. See, a lot of them learn about black people from watching TV, but they have
Yeah,
never sat down like, well, hey, how did your life come up?
yeah,
And once you know it, then you're like, oh wow, really? Because a lot of black people don't hate white people at all,
no,
because racism and all that is a learned behavior. Because
correct.
when you go to the daycares, the first grades, you see the black kids playing with the white
Mexican
kids,
kids, Puerto
Mexican kids.
Ricans,
They don't even see it. All they see is fun.
or who can run the fastest.
Right.
You know.
But as you get older and your parent from back in the 50s starts saying, well, you don't hang with them because they're this and that. Now you start to learn that behavior. Now somebody who used to be your buddy in first grade is now your hated enemy in high school.
Yeah,
Crazy.
correct. Yeah,
Crazy.
it is. And you are a pioneer. I consider myself a pioneer, and there's a lot more that we have to do. And one of the things that we have to do, Sco, is we have to find a way to make change in this thing because
Yeah, man.
you're a witness to it too. 6 months of doing this online, I've been doing AI music since 2020, and I've seen it go. It wasn't like it was now. Of course, it was
Mhm.
cheesy and wasn't even worth talking about. you
Right.
know, but now everybody's doing it. But I'm noticing in the 6 months I've been on TikTok, brother, everything's starting to sound the same to me.
Yeah. And I think that's where you get the term AI slop, or you get the term like, well, and I think that's why Suno said, you know what? We hear the same thing. So what we're gonna do, hey, now you can record your voice, your own
Yeah.
voice.
Hmm.
And it takes some tweaking to do. But like, my one friend, Soup on the Track, um, he recorded his voice. So now in all his songs, it actually sounds like him. If you hear him talk, you're like, man, that's Soup. And now in all
Yeah.
his songs, it's his voice. And nobody else can copy it. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
but it
Right.
still need fine tuning because you can upload your voice and you can hear your voice through the whole song, but sometimes when it gets to that last verse or something, it kicks back into that Suno voice,
Hmm.
and it
Hmm.
just needs to be tweaked. But rumor has it 7.0 is coming out, and it's going to change all that because right now, you can hook up your keyboards and stuff to the DAW in Suno now,
Hmm. Hmm.
play your own melodies. I was
Yeah,
like,
I
boy,
heard of
they
that.
gon'
That
they
was
gon' they
recent.
gon'
That's new.
yeah, that's 2 point. I said, boy, they really gonna hate AI artists now.
Yeah, and are we taking jobs away? No.
No.
What I think is inevitable is that real musicians, I'm sorry, performers, are going to need us. We're going to become the new producers and engineers, and they
Hmm.
will do the performance.
Yeah.
That's what I really feel is happening. So right now, I can see we are honing our skills. We are in the rehearsal stage. I tell everybody, don't give up, and make sure you be a good person because you're going to need collaboration. It's
Right.
not going to be no longer Uncle Feel Good doing an artist or a song. I'm gonna need a whole team.
Right.
Because I may not be that artist may need something that I just don't have the essence. A
Right.
Latin song, a Latin groove. I need Alexandra. I need this person. So I really feel the monetization is going to come from the collaboration of artists and AI music producers. What do you
Yeah.
think?
I think so too. And because like say if I'm doing a song and I want bagpipes, I can't call uh Mc, McMurson from
Correct. Right.
Scotland to come
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
and
Right.
do my bagpipes. I have to go in there and really write bagpipes into my production. Then my bagpipes will come out the way I want them. Because you know there is some monetization going on. You have people like China Styles, Zana Monet. They're they're really the pioneers of getting money. $3 million deals.
Well, what are they doing different than what everyone else is doing?
Not they just somebody said, you know what, I'm gonna take a chance on you.
Thank you. Thank you. That's what I wanted to
That's
hear
that's
from you.
that,
It's
that's what
not
it is.
the AI music producers, it's the fact that somebody out there saw them and took a chance. And my point is, you can't never give up. Somebody's watching.
Can't can't. It's all always. I've said that. But Big Brother's always watch. Somebody's always watching.
Yeah,
You
and I
know.
think they it could have been anybody. When talent wise, I'm not putting her down, but
Hmm.
I know what is a real musician, and she will admit it. I am not a musician.
Yeah, she said it.
Yeah, I'm not a musician. But why did they choose her? Well, there could be a lot of reasons, Scoefresh.
Yeah, but
And
she is a good poet. She's a good poet.
you know what? It's like, so what? So is a lot of other people. But why her? So I don't get caught up in why her. I'm like, I'm glad somebody got chosen
Yeah,
from AI.
yeah,
That's
because
me. I'm like, good. Come on, girl. Come on, girl.
hmm and I'm like, I'm like, I'm holding the banner, like, go ahead, because see,
Yeah.
now you're laying the footwork for those coming behind you that knows how to use the system
Yeah.
and use it good.
Right. But I wish that she was more of a musician, which would probably kickstart a lot of other musicians that are
hmm
doing AI because she's not. And it's kind of, to me, like they can choose anybody. I don't want them to just start choosing anybody.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I'm trying to
And
say.
I think that was the pushback too. He's like, well, you don't even do music. You
Right.
don't do this and that. I mean, China Styles, she doesn't do music. A lot of those people that's right there on those top secret charts or whatever, they are writers, poets, and stuff. They really don't compose music. However, again, somebody took a chance on them. Hardwood Media says, okay, we like what you're doing. Come on, go with me.
And it's no different than the regular. My dad is a songwriter, and he told me it's no different than back in the day.
hmm
You better learn how to protect your money because they are grabbing a lot of people that don't know the business. So yeah, they'll give them $3 million, but do you know how much they're making on the back end? You know,
Oh
and,
man,
and some people are happy with 3 million, which in this day and age, 3 million ain't shit.
no,
3 million ain't nothing.
it's how you manage it too.
And these people, if they never had it, they're not going to manage it. Then that's just fact. If you never seen it, first thing you're going to do is go, I need to show people that I got stuff.
Yeah,
I got a house, I got a
and
car.
that was one of the things that kept me humble because I signed a contract. That's so many zeros I ain't never saw in my life.
Yeah,
I
wow.
was like, oh, but again, growing up with my father, I said, you know what, this ain't gonna last too long. So instead of me going out buying a bunch of cars, jewelry,
Yeah.
houses that I'm never gonna stay in, I
Hmm.
just put it in the bank.
Yeah, you had help. A lot of us don't have help. We don't come from a family that knows how to even manage their own account. So how could they tell you,
Yeah, I
how to
knew how to
manage their
pay
own account?
bills. That was my thing, just pay bills. I'm
Yeah,
like, okay, what I'm gonna do with the rest? And he's like, what do you need to do with it?
you living good. You ain't got to complain about nothing.
Because because at the point in time, my checks would just go in there, and
Hmm.
I made sure a certain amount went to a savings account, and I don't touch it because see, what's going to happen later on in life? I'm gonna live off the interest.
Hello.
That's all I'm doing is living off the interest.
You had that early on.
Yeah,
My mom died when I was 21. I didn't even know how to balance a checkbook. I didn't even know my social security number. So I had to start from zero at 21. What did I do? I gravitated towards older women. Older women wouldn't judge me for my lack of knowledge. They was more like mothering me
yeah.
or nurturing me to be better. So all my life, all my women have been older because I was hiding this thing of I didn't grow up the right way. I didn't grow up with the knowledge like you said. You're reading an encyclopedia, learning words,
Mhm.
learning this, learning that. It just my mom died and it happened just like that. So it wasn't like, whoa, let me get ready. I had no
Yeah, I
I didn't
mean,
get the email,
that's how it
till
was
she
because,
died.
like, I get pushback because I don't have credit cards. And I
Hmm.
said, my father didn't have credit cards. When my father bought something, it was straight out. Because my father had this thing like he hate owing people, and when you have credit cards, you owe people. You owe the credit card company.
Hmm.
So I adapted that. To this day, I don't own no credit cards.
Gotcha.
I got
Gotcha.
a bank card where I get draw my bank out of, but I
Sure.
don't own no credit cards, no
Sure.
American Express. And
Hmm.
when you come into football and stuff like that, it's pushed in your face. Like, hey, here's your line of credit from American Express. I'm like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
But for the sponsorship, yeah, I'll hold the card up.
Yeah. Well, you're not a fool.
Yeah, I ain't no fool now.
Right. Right. You do what you got to do. And I want to touch on some questions now that we know who Mr. Scoe is and the man behind that beautiful, handsome TikTok face. Y'all know him very well and his really authoritarian voice. I'm not gonna say that. I just lied. You really have a calm, friendly, inviting presence and voice about you too.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
that's one thing
Everybody,
I could
everybody
say.
think I'm supposed to have this real deep voice. So
Yeah,
like,
for real. Absolutely.
no, it's
Absolutely.
not. I wasn't blessed with a deep voice.
No, you just got this welcoming, I'm friendly, but don't push me kind of voice.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't have to. I don't have to prove to you that I can talk deep because I'm big. You just very
yeah,
welcoming.
yeah, yeah.
And I respect you for that. But let's get into some questions here I have for you, my man. Are we creating this music faster than we can promote it?
Yes, I think we are.
Should we continue doing it, or now say, okay, we all have catalogs and start promoting?
Yeah, I think, and I think that's the biggest part of it is the promotion because we don't have the machine behind us. We don't have the record labels. We're doing this out of our homes, out of our basement studios and stuff. So we don't have a promoter. We don't have a promotion team. So I feel once you build your catalog up so far with quality songs, of course, then you start promoting, putting yourself out there. Anything goes. You're going to have to throw some money behind your promotion, regardless. That's how it's going to start. Because see, I think that's what happened with Hallwood Media. They're a media company. So when China Styles and Azana Monet came along, the only thing they did push them out.
They had the money to do it.
They had the money to do it, and now you see Azana Monet with 12 million streams on Spotify, amongst other platforms that count streaming. So, but the promotion pushed them out there because the promotion got them interviews with Gayle King,
Yeah.
interviews with Billboard. The promotion got that. So I think still make your music, but start for every one or two songs you make, promote three and four.
Okay. Be more specific when you say
Okay.
promote.
What I mean is use your, we social media is the like spreads like wildfire. You can say the darndest stuff on social media and it'll just whoo. So you take that same formula with your music. You put it on every streaming platform that you know that you be on. Uh, X, Facebook, of course, TikTok, of course. Even though a lot of people talk about TikTok, Facebook is still king.
Yeah.
Facebook still king. It's just um, TikTok allow you to stream where I can talk to the audience. You can do it on Facebook, but not as the streaming level of TikTok. But you can get more information out with Facebook because you're connected to 5 or 6 thousand people at one time because they're your friends. Then you connected to their friends, and you're connected to their friends' friends, and it only takes one thing, and it will spread like wildfire.
And I have a moisturizing company. I use TikTok to generate numbers to say
Mm-hmm.
hi, I'm here, and people say hi, 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 thousands of people, and then I direct them to Facebook. Facebook is another community where I have my friends. So now I got people I don't know, but are
Exactly.
following me on TikTok. Pair
Exactly.
them up with Facebook, and then I hit them up with my website. And next thing you know, I got orders all day.
Yeah, and that's what it is.
It's actually it's a process, and it's a system that you have to master. You just can't do it and go, "Oh, it's going to work." It requires a lot of different parts. What works for me doesn't work for you,
Yeah.
because my personality too is different.
Right.
My friends are different.
Right.
My friends are older and they have money. You
Mm-hmm.
know, your friends may not be into moisturize. There's so
Yeah.
many different parts.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
you got to find your space.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately. So that's how I take advantage of it. And as far as me, I'm going to answer that question too. Are we creating music faster than we promote it? And I think the answer is yes. And I agree
Mm-hmm.
with you 100%, my brother. How we promote it, I think it's going to be a team effort, because if we have three 3 million people promoting 3 million different ways, then it kind of gets a little confusing. But if
Right.
we collectively can like form a company and say, let's promote the company. And we have 500 AI music producers in this company. Now people can come in there and just sit and deal with it because there's no more AR people. We are
It's
the
not.
AR.
It's exactly. Exactly. And I think that's another problem with it. What what we have done is cut out the middleman. We've cut out the producer. We've cut out
Correct.
the engineer. We've cut out
Absolutely.
the A&R. So that's the people who always talk about, well, they're taking our jobs. No, because y'all had this all along. Now it's just available to the public, and you can't stand it.
That's it. That's it.
The future don't need y'all key no more.
It's inevitable. Just like farmers. Farmers hated when tractors came. They hated it. And what am I going to do? What about the guy? Remember when there was horses
Yeah.
uh, instead of cars? You know who was the most upset about that when the cars came? Was the people that used to scoop up the horse doo doo.
Yeah.
They was pissed off. What am I do? What am I going to do
Or
now?
the ones that would provide the horses.
Yeah, exactly. So these things are going to happen. People are going to get upset, but they still have to learn how to pivot and adjust. People don't like change. I get it. I get it.
That's
But
right. That right
sorry,
there. That right there. That's the biggest thing. They hate change because
sorry.
sometimes they're so used to what's familiar and easy. Once it gets difficult, now here's the pushback. Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But
Yeah,
then once you get a taste of knowing how to change, now you're all for it.
well, change requires effort.
Yeah.
Complacency is comfortable. That's you sit you could sit in that all day, but as soon as somebody say, "Hey, you can't use your remote no more. You got to get up and turn the TV." What? What?
I
you know?
mean, perfect example, Bluetooth.
Hmm.
Now you have a cell phone. You don't even do this no more.
Yeah.
You lay it down or you got Bluetooth headphones on.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything, man. It has changed, and I'm just a person. I go, what's next? You
That's
know, I,
me. That's me.
what's
Like, okay, I've learned this. So now what I'm pivoting into is now that I know how to make the music, now I want to make the videos.
okay? Okay. You just let me tell you what you just said, man. Something I just thought about today. I said I got to make change. First of all, I got to wear a tie now, and that's just me. I'm not trying to impress nobody. I just want to create change visually. So what I said I'm going to do is do videos, have people bring their songs over to my StreamYard platform like this. We're going to talk, and then I'm going to play your video and show people your skills along with your song. So now you're promoting your videos, you're promoting your song. Some people are visual, some people are audible, but you get the best of both worlds. I want to be like the Don Cornelius, Casey Kasem, kind of
Yeah,
Donnie Simpson mixed together
yeah.
kind of guy.
Because all that's gone now.
Yeah, but it's still a void there, you know?
Yeah, but
Missing.
and I think that's why because I downloaded Gronk into my computer and I've been messing around with it, and I'm like,
You like
yeah,
it?
yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot. But it's still a learning curve.
Yeah.
It's still a learning curve, and that's a big learning curve because now it's a different format. It's not just music; it's taking your music, bring it to life. But now I got to learn how to synchronize the video to my music. So now that's a more learning curve now. So now it's another, as we say, change.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
I'm
with
all
you on
for it.
I'm with you
I'm
on
all
that one,
for it.
brother.
I'm all for it.
What else you got?
Yeah. What else I got? And I'm loving the ride. I love the ride because what I guess pushes me out there is the hatred for it. And I was like, yeah, I'm making you so mad because you can't do nothing about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And I love that too, man. Is when people are hating on me, it's like, let me show you more.
Yeah. Let me show you why you hate on me.
Yeah.
Because I've always said this, and this was said to me a long time ago. Haters and critics are the same thing. Haters hate you. They hate you because they don't understand why people love you so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Critics are people who can't do what you can do. So they sit and criticize, but they're all in the same thing.
Interesting. Well said.
Yeah.
Well said, brother.
So
And I'll
that
take them.
look at it like that.
You got to take it once you're a performer. You know that you've been
Oh man.
performing on the football field and in the classroom. You know, you when you perform, man, you just gonna have it.
Yeah, man. I had a guy I grew up with in high school, and I'm already in the profession of playing football. I see my street. Man, we used to dog y'all football team. I'm playing professional football, dude. You were working at a regular job. I don't care. I don't care.
He's living in his glory days.
Yeah. And I was something like that. I said, well, that's why I led the state in rushing. Y'all could have beat us, but I led the state in rushing. I rushed more yards than your whole team did for the whole couple of years you was in high school, doc.
How you like me now?
Right. Plus, I got this skull and crossbones on this silver helmet I'm wearing,
Yeah,
bro.
baby. That's right. That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you beat me in high school, but if I want to be ignorant and
Petty
mad
about
about
it.
it,
Yeah.
I beat you in life.
Wow. I hope
But
he's listening. Wow.
but
I love that. I
I
love
I,
it.
I ain't want to be petty like that because again, it comes back to being humble. It's just being humble because
Exactly.
I'm thankful for everything that I have, and I'm thankful for everything that I lost because I always say what we lost in the fire, we will find in the ashes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I never complain about something having something or not having something because
Yeah.
I'm sitting here, I'm talking to a great man. I got my TV, got my
Yeah.
big screen TV, got everything. It's somebody sleeping under a bridge, man.
Somebody
So
with no feet.
how dare I complain about a boring day? How dare I?
I just wanted to leave that space right there so I could segue that part into a song.
All right,
Yeah.
let's go. Let's
Speaking of
hear it.
song, I mean, when I do the post production, that part right there was perfect. What when you listen to a song, you listen to them as much as I do on a daily basis. What makes a song to where you go play that again? What makes a good song?
The capture. It captures
Explain.
you from the beginning. What I
Okay.
mean is, some songs. Okay, I put it like some songs probably don't have good lyrics, or something, but when that beat come on, you be like, oh my god! It grabs you from the beginning, and then you have some songs that you be like, okay, I like where we going, but let me hear it. Then the lyrics and the melody starts to grab you. So it's all about capturing the emotion
From the very beginning is what you're saying?
from the very beginning because
Okay.
you know, like I said, more bounce like perfect example, more bounce to the ounce didn't have much lyrics in it.
Hmm.
But when it came on, you knew what it was.
When it dropped, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
knew what it was. So that instantly grabbed you, and you didn't care what they were saying. You were dancing to the beat. To where someone like Whitney Houston come on,
Hmm.
and you'd be like, okay, because the melody's cool, but then when she starts singing, you'd be like, wow,
Hmm.
it just takes you to another place. So it's all about what makes a good song, in my opinion, is what type of emotion does it give you? Does it make you want to dance? Does it make you cry? Does it make you think about a person? Because certain stuff can make you instantly take you to a place like if I walk past a woman and I smell certain perfume, I know where I've smelt that before, and it'll take me all the way back to that moment. So some songs can do that. Like, where were you when you heard this? And then you hear it again, and it instantly takes you like, oh man, when I heard that, man, I was at my aunt's birthday party, you know,
Yeah.
and and you come across a song that sounds like that, you're gonna automatically go back to that birthday party,
And
even
that
though it's a
reminds
different
me.
song.
Yeah, that reminds me of the AI music producer called Colorful for Life. Are you
Hmm.
from? When
Yeah.
she plays her songs, unlike what everyone else is doing, soon as I hear her songs, I immediately think of Atlantic City, the carnival, having fun, eating
Hmm.
ice cream, and her songs just give me that nostalgic childlike feeling. Even though it's mature, her music is very mature,
Yeah.
but you just said it. It takes me back, And I always give her kudos. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's not my style of music, but you
Yeah.
did
It's
a
not.
great job of capturing me.
Yeah. And I watched her when she first came on the scene. I heard a lot of her music. I was like, okay, I see where she's trying to go. And now the music I hear, I was like, God. And what I like about it, I was there to witness it.
Wow.
That's what makes the beauty of something to me. I witnessed it, and I seen it from the shadows, and I seen like, okay, this person did this. Look at them now.
And
That's what this means.
And that's the way you should be looking at every freaking AI producer out there. You should be looking at them from the beginning as to where they are now, and you should see growth. You
Hmm.
shouldn't see stagnant. Man, they still sound the same. They still
Yeah.
giving me that thing that just doesn't. You want to be able to say, and I know you do. I want to do that too. I want to be able to say that to everybody.
Yeah.
Let's grow, let's elevate. And once again, Colorful for Life has really just impressed me with her music. The first thing I listen to a song that captures me, since I'm a musician and these are my instruments, is
Hmm.
the key. What key is it in? Well, I know E, E flat, E minor, all of those are magical keys that Stevie Wonder uses. That's why he always create hits. He stays within the certain keys that are very sweet notes.
Right.
Colorful for Life, I don't care what she's saying or her keys are just her notes.
Right. Right.
It's colorful. Her notes are colorful.
And I'm like, wow, she made that
I know.
job. Like, wow, compared to her other stuff, because you know, real quick, I was one of those dudes that was against AI. I'm like, I hate it. You're like, man,
What?
yeah, because I'm like, man, because you get caught up into, and I went to school, I
Yeah.
put all these
Okay.
hours in. I learned on 128, track board and reel to reel. I did all this, man. How dare somebody come and just do this and that? And I says, hold up, Roscoe, that's not who you are. I'm always been wanting to learn. So let me take it and see if I can learn how to do it. And once I start learning how to do it, I can play something from you when I first started versus what I do now. And
Yeah.
it is it,
Night and day.
sometimes I'll be listening like, dang, I made that. Ugh.
Yeah.
But I learned how to use it. So then I just got good at it because I kept doing it, learning, evolving, and now I'm where I'm at now, but I still got a ways to go because I'm still learning, I'm still evolving, and I'm going to keep on doing it until I can't do it no more.
With being an athlete, you know the secret. Practice, practice, practice.
Practice. Practice like you play, and you play like you practice.
Oh, it's very simple, very simple. Even as a musician, being in rehearsal, we have to rehearse the intro and the outro like our life depends on it, because that's what people are going to remember: how you start a song and how you end a song. All the middle, the meat and potatoes. I said we'll figure it out. We're professionals, but we
Yeah.
better practice the beginning. Just every time we go into rehearsal, we just practice the intro and the outro.
And what I love about musicians, man, is like when you're called upon to do a solo, every night it ain't gonna be the same solo. It's going you have a piano solo. Each time you go do your show, that piano solo is gonna switch up. But at that point in time, that's your piano solo. You're gonna come and you're gonna wear them keys out. Well, next night, you're gonna have the same solo, and you may do it differently, but it's still gonna resonate with people because they know, hey, from that piano solo, we like this because we
Yeah.
know it's coming. But this night, you may start off in this key on the piano solo. This night, you may start off coming right off the bridge and going into the solo. So that's what I like about musicians because they ever creating. But and it's just like us AI people, you know.
Right.
Once we learn how to do something, then we start pushing the envelope. Like if you go on my page, you can see now I'm doing like horror.
Yeah,
horror
absolutely. I
people.
like that.
So
I
I'm
like that.
pushing the envelope, then I have a small pocket. I got an EP release coming out to where I have a perspective now because you hear people talk about AI this, AI this. So now I have a perspective of where now the machine is coming back at you. So
Mm,
now the machine is talking back to you. It's like, hold up. You talk about me, but you use me every day in your
right.
everyday life. But you draw the line where I make music now. But
Right.
you're comfortable as long as AI is doing something for you. But now that I know how to make music, oh, now I'm the villain. So I
That's
love it.
manipulating. That's that
Yeah,
human
yeah,
element
that's
you're putting
yeah,
in there.
that's what it is,
You're
man.
not letting the AI dictate it. You're saying, no, the human is going to dictate all this now.
Yeah.
And I respect that about you for trying new things, because the worst thing that I don't like about people is when they don't try different things. People are scared to fail. People are scared to try
Oh my
things.
God.
As a musician, and like you just said, the solos, we try a solo tonight so we can be able to do it again and create something different tomorrow. And then what we learned the other day, we take that and use it today and apply it on the next show. But we try different things. You guys don't know how many times we make mistakes. The band knows.
Yeah.
But we learn, okay, ooh, can't do that no more. You don't need musicians to tell you that don't do that no more. You
Hmm.
know.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I've seen people in rehearsal just stop. Like, hold up, stop, man. Hey, man, you need to come in on this and come in on that. Or, hey, man, try that in D minor right there, man. Because right now this A ain't getting it. I've seen people stop. I mean, the song is doom, doom,
Yeah.
doom. Like, hold up, Hey, man, try this. And then what they do? All right, one, take it from the top, and then they stop. They start over, man. I
And it
love stuff
amazes it
like that.
amazes people how you see that happen maybe 5 or 6, 7 times in a rehearsal, and then you go, "There's no way they're gonna do that at the show." And then you get to the show, and you like, "Man, everything they did in rehearsal, they doing it now. How did that happen?" I don't.
Hmm.
It's just so necessary to remember it more than anything.
Yeah,
You don't want to remember cutting the grass tomorrow. Do I take the garbage out today? Your whole life right now, from that point on, is remembering that part until the
exactly,
show, and then
exactly.
you can worry about is this garbage night? Did I take the garbage out? A lot of times you
Yeah.
forget, and your wife got to slap you
Oh,
across the head. Why'd you forget? They don't realize we we thinking about that part because we don't want to be that guy on stage where everybody
yeah,
looking at you like, didn't we
yeah,
just go over that?
yeah,
So
yeah,
that was a great
absolutely.
point you made.
Yeah,
Now,
absolutely.
here's another question: what makes you lose interest in a song? Let me say what makes me lose interest in a song. I don't. I don't lose interest. Everybody deserves my ear.
Hmm.
I just don't lose interest in a song because everybody has something to say and everybody don't speak the same. What's
Exactly.
your take on that?
My take on that, I mean, like, I really don't lose interest in it because I'll sit through quote unquote a boring song. Then my creative side says, okay, how can I convey this to a person to make their song better? Because I'm not going to tear them down. Like, oh man, that song was garbage. That song was boring, man. Don't ever do that again. No,
Yeah.
I don't do that. It's like, well, hey, let me rap with you offline. You know, in this part, you could add a solo, shorten it a little bit because most songs are 3 minutes 30 seconds
That
at the
is
most,
fact.
3:45.
Not
So I
like the
have to,
old days when they were 8 minutes.
yeah, I have to capture you within the first minute, basically. But also, different genres can get away with that. R&B songs, you can get away with a 4 minute plus song. But that means that song that grabbed you from the beginning, and you forget how long it is
It's got to have
because you
dynamics too.
got to have dynamics, sustainability.
Hmm.
But I don't lose. I don't. I don't get like that a song. I just figure
Yeah.
out a way to make it better.
Yeah.
So I don't lose a song. You know, Even if it's not my genre, and I'm listening to it, I'm like, okay, that fits that genre. And if I really don't know nothing, or that's not my expertise in that genre, I really can't say nothing. So it's not going to be boring to me. It's just going to be like, okay, I don't listen to that type of music, but because this person is doing rock, and I'm thinking, okay,
Hmm.
but then at the creator in me is like, you waiting, like, is that guitar riff about to come in? And then when it
Yeah.
comes in, you be like, oh, okay, I don't
Yeah.
like the song, but yeah, yeah, it came
Yeah.
in where it's supposed to be.
Well, see,
So I don't,
and I'm
I don't
conditioned.
lose interest in a song.
Me either. I'm conditioned. Like, for example, let me use the Steely Dan album, Asia. Of
Okay.
course, every
Ooh.
song on there now is just classic. But back in the day, it was like Peg and Ricky, not Ricky, don't lose that number, Josie. Oh, I'm sorry, Black Cow. But you still had to get past those other songs. So
Hmm.
I've learned to put the needle down and just let it ride. So I never lost interest in the next song, even though it wasn't a song I listened to, because I developed a liking for their artistry.
Right.
So
That's what.
anybody with AI music, when they play a song, I don't lose interest. I just have a respect for their artistry. If I don't like it, I respect them.
Yeah,
You know.
and that's me. Like, because when I do my research, a lot of music comes through there, and I'll be like, sometimes you be like, man, what is this?
Yeah.
But then I'll be like, well, man, how did they do this? How did they put this right there? But like, I'm like, all right, because everything I listen to, I take bits and pieces from it.
Uh huh.
And I was like, okay, how do I do this? How did they do that? Because I'm never about the why. I'm always about the how. How did you
Mm.
do that? I don't care why you did it. I want to know how you did it. You
Right.
know. So yeah, I don't get bored listening to music.
But we also too have a responsibility. If someone's coming in there and they're the weakest link and they're in your room, but they're nice, they speak to everybody and all that. Sometimes you got to pull their coat on the side,
Yeah.
and say, "Dude, you this is not appropriate for where we are right now. When you come into this room, turn your game up, and this is what I suggest." So we have to save a life
That's
because,
what I do. That's what
yeah,
I
it
do.
saves
A
a
lot
lot
of
of
people come,
embarrassment for them.
a lot of people come in my DMs like, "Hey man, so what do you think I could have done better?" All right, do this. Matter of fact, try this, send it to me, let me hear it, and then I'll send it back to you with what I think.
Right.
Because I'm never going to tear somebody down because it took you a lot of courage
To even DM me.
to DM me or even to you to present your song on my platform
That's
when I
correct.
know I got a whole bunch of other people listening. So I was like, okay, then I'm willing to help people. I was
Hmm.
like, well, hey, you need some help, just DM me.
Right.
And
Have
I'll
you?
see what I can do.
Let me ask you honestly, that because I got an answer. Was there ever a time or ever a song where you just said no?
Oh
You
yeah.
just not
Oh yeah.
okay, okay. Because
Oh
I've
yeah.
done that one time,
Yeah.
and it was Hawaiian music. I just don't do Hawaiian music. I lived in Hawaii for 13 years, and I understand how unoriginal it is, and
Hmm.
how fake it is, and it's not real music to me. Hawaiians usually play Hawaiian music. Where they
Yeah.
got this Hawaiian thing from, it's a joke to me as a musician. I've been a musician for 20 years in Hawaii, and people say, "Won't you play Hawaiian music?" You'll never hear that from me because to us that wasn't music. It was
Yeah.
people that wanted to sound like they were from the Caribbean who are not. All of a sudden they got this accent
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
hate black people.
That that's crazy to me.
Yeah. So when I heard it, I just went, I can't do it. I can't even listen to it. I can't. So that was only one time.
Yeah. I mean, that's just like, and there was a time in my stream that I could have do stuff off. I said, hey man,
What was the reason for that?
it was it the music was right, but it was the subject matter.
Oh, okay,
You,
I get
you,
that, and
you
that's
know,
what
I
I
was
was
like,
thinking. It
I was
was, yeah.
like, hold up, no, like, bruh, you can't bring that in here because
Gotcha.
that's
Okay.
not what I'm listening to. I mean, because I have people tuning in from the UK,
Yeah.
London, Paris. I got people tuning in from Australia. I may have some pastors or some religious people in my life,
Mature
and
people.
and I can't disrespect them for that.
That's a
So
representation of you. Yeah.
and that's like, no, man, I can't do that. Then the dude he inboxed me, hey man, I'm sorry, man, it wasn't that. I just wanted to show you some creativity. I said, there's nothing wrong with your creativity, but you also got to know where you're at.
Read the room, baby.
Read the room.
There's rooms that'll take that in, and I've heard
Oh
many
yeah,
rooms where I go in and I go, man, they killing it with this material.
yeah.
It's
That's
just not for me, you
just
know.
not for me.
And that's all that is, man. Okay. Now, do you think that everybody generally are supporting each other?
No,
Eh,
no,
Thank you, thank you,
no,
thank you.
not at all.
And the reason why I don't think so, because it's more of a selfish, egotistical thing, and I get it. It's not a bad thing. It's not
Hmm.
nothing wrong with it. Every man is out for themselves, and I get it. But once people get over getting high on their own supply, they need to step back and go. We can't do this
Right.
individually.
I mean, you see the little clicks. You'll see
Yeah.
somebody's name, then you see probably AMMC next to it, or a certain tagline behind it in parentheses. That's their little click.
Correct.
But
Correct.
that's for them. I've been in places to where they have their own click, and you go into their live, they're just playing their own music.
Right. 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 They don't
Everybody's
even
music,
no parts of
everybody's
you.
music in that clip. They're not, they allow you to come in because they want you to hear their stuff. But if
Sure.
you're like, well, hey, I'm gonna submit something to your queue, it's like, all right, cool. And then hurry up, play it, get through it. Then they go right back to their stuff. They're not supporting you, or they always want you to support them. But when you're doing something, you don't see no high and hair of them.
Okay.
I
Okay.
mean, for a lot of people though, it's a dopamine hit. That's what it is.
I totally agree. We've been there, done that. We've been there, done that early on in
Yo,
our
yo.
younger days. And now I see it. A lot of people send me songs and they go, "Unc, what do you think?" No, no, I'm sorry, not send me, but they'll come to my house. Hey, man, listen to this, and I go, I don't. I listen to it on my live in front of everybody. I don't want my opinion to be the end all be all. I want you to
Right.
come into a room and see how the audience react.
Right.
And I like that better for them, not just for me. And I'm saying I don't want to listen to your music. There's just a better way for you to grow, and it's not my opinion. It's watching the room react.
Right. Because
If
I
they
always tell them, I said, this is not for me. This is for y'all.
Not for me at all. And if people don't like your stuff, they won't say anything. If they do, you'll start seeing. And that's another thing with this fire emojis. Do you think that's support, or does it require more support than just fire emojis? I don't. What do you think?
I think if I think it requires more because if a person likes it, they like it. That's where you get the fire emoji. Oh, this song's fire. Okay, that's cool. Now, are you going to support the person?
Okay, there we go. There we go.
Are you
Okay.
going to support? Are you going to go and stream their stuff, download their stuff? Go to their page, give them a follow. Are you going to do that, or you just? I heard this song and Uncle Feel Good's live, and it was cold. Okay, what was the name of it? I don't know. I got to go back and see. How you gonna see the stream is over?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know. So I think, and it goes back to again promotion,
Yeah.
getting your stuff in front of more than just the group. You gotta reach people outside.
Well, I made a point to mention something, Sco, the other day about people getting hundreds of comments. They're getting hundreds of comments. And I'll go into their page and look at the comments, and I noticed all they did was like the comment. I said, y'all got to sign autographs, baby.
Yeah.
When you go up there and speak to when people say, hey, man, I really like your stuff, go ahead and reply more than 3 words, because that's like signing an autograph. And plus, it promotes you.
Right.
It will
Right.
push you out the more you communicate to the platform. So
Right.
I had to teach people that, man, and they said they never thought about that.
Yeah.
Well, okay, it's just something to think about. If you really want to go far and do well, reach out to the people that reached out to you. Sometimes
Right.
it takes a lot for
Absolutely.
people to sit down on their
Absolutely.
phone. You know how many
Absolutely.
options they got? You know how many freaking options I got? But I'm a comment on yours. you need to reach back and say thank you for your support. I really
Yeah, thank you.
appreciate you. This
Yeah,
is where my new stuff is. Do that. Copy and
right,
paste, baby.
right. I
Get you a
mean, 'cause-
get you a not an Excel, a Word sheet, and have all these different phrases to reply back, and you can do it.
yeah, because like sometimes when I do a new song, I'll tag certain people in it because I know their own platform is big. So when I tag them, you're gonna see that
Yeah.
if I'm your friends, like such and such mentioned such and such in their thing. So now it's like, okay, well, who was that? So it immediately take me to their song through another person,
Yeah.
but it's another way of just networking. Tag people who has a lot of followers because
Correct.
they're going to hear your stuff too, and that's going to bring. I mean, because when I first started this thing, and I ain't been on here long, I remember I was ecstatic for hitting 200 followers. I was
Oh, I
like,
get
okay,
it.
I got 200 followers. Now I'm about to hit 1,600.
Yeah, I get it.
So I'm like, then I'll go and make a post and like, hey, I want to thank everybody for helping me reach. I appreciate each and every one of y'all.
Hmm.
And and I just give thanks because they don't have to do it.
And also understand too, we don't live in social media world no more. We live in interest media. So if I have 8,000 followers and you have 1,500 followers, that ain't no comparison because my 8,000 may not be quality. It's just people that I followed or followed me. I don't even know who they are. But
Yeah.
you may have the real quality people, and that's
Right.
more important to me is the quality versus the quantity. So when I look at people's page and they got 18,000 followers, don't impress me no more.
It don't impress me
The
because they'll go
quality of
live.
people.
Right. They'll go live. I seen a guy, he has 2.1 million followers. He goes live. I see about 30 people in there.
Okay, yeah, that's my point right there. It's not quality people. That's ego too. They go, okay, let me get my followers here, but
Yeah.
they don't come back.
I'd rather have loyal and quality instead of a whole bunch of whatever, you know.
Do you ever think there might be a chance Uncle Feelgood and Mr. Scoe might be able to get on the same show at one time, man?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I ain't,
Okay.
I'm retired. I ain't doing nothing, so
Me too.
I'm
I'm,
all,
I'm retired too, so
I'm all
I'm the
for
same
it,
way.
But I think it'd be fantastic because it brings two different worlds together. We bring a musician world and we bring an artistry world together. And
Correct.
then when you have those people that's in our circles, now they come together. And it's like, you know what? I met that person on Uncle Feelgood stuff, and now I'm conversing with that person. I would have never
Wow.
knew if I never saw the other party over there. So
Right.
definitely do a
I
podcast. I don't care.
and that's collaboration. That's what I
Yeah.
mean about us helping each other out. I'm not opposed to anybody that's doing something, good and helping people, which you are doing. That's the
Hmm.
main reason why I have you here. I'm not I'm not having you here to push my show. I'm
Right.
having you here because we both have a responsibility.
Yeah.
And you showed it to me. I'm like, he's the real deal. He's the
Yeah.
real
I
deal.
mean, because you have to, because people don't remember what you did. They remember what you're doing. They
Say that.
remember they remember the now. Because the attention span now is of a 1-year-old.
No, yeah, yeah.
So
Okay. And
that's
we just
why
we just keep it moving. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
because that's why music on the radio now is shorter, 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. I'm in perfect. I was in the car one day, and I think it's like a Chris Brown song was coming on, and I immediately hit the timer on my phone and just let it go, just let it go. When that song was done, that song was 2 minutes and 35 seconds long. I was like, you
Yeah.
have got to be kidding, because
And like
back
waiting on the
then.
next one, the next one, the next one,
Yeah,
the
because
next one.
back then, Art of Noise, Moments in Love,
Come on, 8 minutes, baby.
no, it's
15 minutes. That was
it's
50.
10 minutes and 10 seconds long. But
That
the thing about it is that whole song keeps you captured
come
for
on,
10 minutes.
come on, man,
I'm like,
come on, man.
you know,
Confunction had a song "Too Tight." That Joker was 8 minutes long. Ohio
Yeah.
Players had a song called Body
The
Vibes, eight
extended
minutes.
version, the extended version of Flashlight is 7 minutes and something.
56
I'm like,
seconds.
I was like, golly, but it keeps you so captivated. But the attention span of the music world now is so short. They want a intro, a verse, a hook, and that's it.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah,
you're not even getting to the meat and potatoes of a song.
there
I
is
mean,
none.
if you listen to R&B music, it's not what it is. There's no more love making. It's, you know, I bust the windows out your car.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Or
you
bust a
know,
nut, you
yeah,
know.
big up to Jasmine Sullivan, but she had a song, I bust the windows at your car. Then it was Come Get Your Stuff. Then the next song was Take Me Back. Can we get back? I'm like, come on, man. What's going on with you?
Well, you know what? I can answer that. Let me answer that very clearly
Mm,
because you can relate. When we had music, soul music, R&B music at its best, everybody was grown. Everybody
mhm.
was older than me. They were grown folk. Al Green was grown when I was a kid. Nita Baker was grown.
Yeah, I
Everybody
love
was
it.
grown. Now they just saturated the market with kids, and this is
Yeah,
what they get.
yeah. I mean,
You know?
these short songs, I mean, they speak of love as an activity,
Wow. Yeah.
something to do.
Wow.
It's no longer love music. I'm not going to put on a certain singer at after dark. One, their song ain't long enough, and two, it's not after dark music. It's just gimmicky love song,
Yeah.
to me. And shout out to them, but I'm
Yeah.
not doing it because see, I love me some Sade.
Hmm.
Sade, man.
It's
I went
beautiful.
to one of her concerts, man.
I heard.
And I tell you, man, she sounds just like she does live on record. Blew
I
me
heard.
away. And I said she's a vampire because she's still at 60 something years old. She is beautiful, beautiful.
And one of the few artists is that says, I'll put out an album when I feel like it.
When I feel like it, I think she dropped one song. Um, oh my God, what's the name of it? She did it with the Neptunes.
Oh,
Neptunes
wow.
produced their song,
Oh, wow.
and man, that song at least about 6, 7 years old,
Wow.
and she ain't
Wow.
dropped the album since then.
No, she dropped three albums in the last 2 years, and guess what they all were? The best of. She ain't got to make another record. She
Because
just keep
that
recycling the best of.
Ordinary Love and Cherish the Day is some of my top songs.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she broke into the business with Smooth Operator.
I remember.
Man,
She killed it. And once she did that, brother, that was a home run. That was a grand slam.
yes, and she been running the bases ever since then.
Yes, sir. Yes. And I've been running right behind her trying to catch her.
Yeah,
Come
right.
here, girl. Come here, girl.
Just let me hold the hem of your dress. I'll be
You're right.
great.
Just let me look at it. I just want to look at it.
Yeah,
You
just
know?
let me look at it. Let me just stand next to you. Shit.
Is there anything in AI music that you're now saying, okay, I'm trying to prove this. I'm trying to prove this to myself? Because for me, what I'm trying to prove now is I stopped doing AI music last year in April,
Hmm.
but I was making AI music for businesses, for Ulta Beauty, Targets, and Planet Fitness, and that's just commercial
Hmm.
garbage. I'm just not. I ain't gonna say garbage. It's just basic stuff. I'm just promoting the brand through a song. You
Hmm.
know, there's no quality, there's no remixing, there's no dynamics. They just want Latin songs during 12 o'clock to 3 when the Latin, you know,
Yeah.
crowd comes in, and 5
Right.
p.m. they want the hip hop because the young people come in. I give them that. They happy, right?
Hmm.
So my whole thing is I'm trying to prove to myself I can do what you guys are doing now. I'm in
Hmm.
awe. I don't do it no more. I've never done it like you guys are doing, and I'm proving that to myself. So, with that being said, I went in my catalog today of Suno. I went all the way back to like 300, page 300,
Oh
something like
wow.
that. I went
Yeah.
way back. And what I found was back then when I was doing it, you were allowed to upload copyright songs.
Hmm.
So I have the instrumentals to Human Nature, Sade, um, LMA, Keith Sweat. I have all these songs, man, that I'm like, I'm gonna upload them today and just add lyrics to them. Just because it's something different.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
you'll get the big orange paragraph of death when you do
no,
that.
no, no. I've been doing it all day today.
Oh,
No,
wow.
these songs are already uploaded into Suno.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
passed that. That was before I get the orange thing came up.
Yeah, you get the
And
orange paragraph of
and
death
you got
down
nah, buddy. They like nah,
there.
buddy.
Yeah.
So I
So,
have
but I've
all
been able
this.
to bypass that though.
Oh really? Oh yeah, yeah. That's right. You have. Yeah, even when you did the system the other day when I was in your
Yeah.
room, and I think I know how you did that. I think I don't want to know. Don't tell me how to cook
Yeah. Yeah.
crack.
Yeah. 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 No,
Don't do that.
they're not feds be at your door.
No, no, no. Well, yeah, because I'll be down a rabbit hole. As soon as you tell me how to do it, I'll be like, let me try, and I won't come out of that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
So, I'm good on that. And what I'm doing is adding lyrics, and the lyrics that I'm adding is appreciation for the AI music producers that come and visit my room. So,
Hmm.
throughout my show, I'm gonna play a Keith Sweat Nobody with the lyrics, or Genuine song
Hmm.
with the lyrics of showing appreciation.
That's
You
cool.
know,
That's
yeah,
cool.
because I'm not how can I say experts like you guys are. You
Hmm.
guys have manipulated this and spend time. I haven't, but I just like to have fun with it now.
Yeah. I think for me, it's pushing the envelope, pushing the creativity, doing different genres, seeing if I can do it. But not only I can do it, can I do it effectively to where it's believable, not just to me, but to who's listening.
Will you think there's anybody out there that'll challenge you?
Oh yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
no, yeah. Me and my buddies, we go back and forth.
Okay, so you have
We
a crew that'll be
Yeah,
like,
we
ah,
push.
nah,
We
man.
like me and a few people.
Okay.
We push each other. It's like
Uh-huh.
I'll make this. He'd be like, "Oh man, I can't believe you did that." Like
Yeah.
and I hear something like, "Dude," and I'll be like, I see what you did there. I see what you did there." So
Okay.
then
Yeah.
I'll go and do something. But for me, it's pushing the envelope. Can I do this? Can I make it believable? And can I make that type of song?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, because
Make it
I mean,
not sound AI.
yeah, make it sound, because I write my own stuff with the pen. I write it. I don't use the chat, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because it's funny because I still have a rhyming dictionary. I have a dictionary that's about this thick, and it's nothing but rhyming words from
Is
A to
that from
Z.
was that from the 70s or 80s?
I don't know where it's from.
Okay.
I know
I
that
remember I had one. Yeah.
it has mine's has a big dark green cover. I think I got it from the library, and
Okay.
I never returned it. So probably that's where that $25.
Ooh.
That's probably where I owe that twenty five
You're a
dollars at.
bad man.
But man, it just has. And back then, I listened to like Rakim and them, and their work. They had big words
Yeah.
in their
Yes.
lyrics.
They have syllables.
Yeah, words. I'm like, God. So that's what made me go get a rhyming dictionary. And I was like, yeah, I can do this. So I'll sit and write, and I'll get stuck. Then I open up like, okay, what am I talking about? I ended it with this word. Oh, this word right here can go in, and boom.
Yeah.
Then it's like reading something like this. It gets stuck. Okay, I correct it, put this in there. Then I go back to the top and start reading it again. Then I get a little bit further. Like, okay, let me switch that up. Then I go back to the top and read it. So it starts to grow. And
Yeah.
now you got a full song. And I write my stuff, and if I get stuck, I may add AI. Like I was like, what what rhyming word sounds with out, and it'll give me a bunch of words.
Yeah.
Now it's for me to pick it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not letting it write for me. It's for me to pick the word because I may not want to go over here and open this book when I got on my keyboard. So But yeah,
And
man.
and, and
But
you're right. Because if you have a story, certain words that rhyme with out don't pertain to your story. So
exactly.
what I used to do, I was the rapper back in the day.
Hmm.
DJ slash, but mostly I was the rapper. And I used to take a word, put it here, and then take the next word and put it here, and I go, how can I get from here to that word? What could I structure that would flow right into that word? And that's how I became a rapper. Just
Yeah.
throwing words in there and just figuring it out. There was
Yeah.
nobody had any rules to it. It was
Well, no
everybody had
rules
their
back
own
then.
way.
Then
You know.
it started coming along with you had rappers who had meaning in their songs. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I get it now.
Storytelling as well.
Storytelling, like Slick Rick was one of the best storytellers.
He
As
is the
far,
best.
then Rakim was. I
An
said he raps
instrument. He was a
very intelligent. I mean, he has a song out now, and he had this verse called "I'm coming in Hannibal on an elephant is my interest." And I was like, that was so tough because you can picture that because if you watch the movie Hannibal, that's how he came into the palace. He was on the back of a big old elephant. I was like, this dude here. But also, I'm starting to see the music shift back to that type of music now, the boom
really.
bap New York, because I think people got tired of the Glocks and Dracos and popping pills. So now you see people like Rakim, KRS One.
Oh yeah, I
Uh,
see him all the time now on
they're,
YouTube.
they have a whole album out.
Method was on there.
AZ,
Yeah.
um, Corrupt. It's a song with Rakim, Corrupt, and AZ on it.
Corrupt is sick.
Man, I'm like,
Corrupt
and
is
a lot of people thought he was silly because you saw Corrupt in silly movies,
one of the best to me. One of the
but
best
but
top
but he
five
can
rappers.
rap. So that old style of rap is coming back, and it's coming back. I mean, there's a song called Tin Man. It's by Kid from Kid and Play.
Oh wow.
It is all that.
Let me write that down.
Yeah, it's called Tin Man
Interesting.
by Kid and Play. And you see Will Smith now coming out with different. He has like a
Yeah.
video with different songs, and his
Yeah.
lyrics are totally different from you know
Yeah.
back in the day. They're
He
more.
still got a flow. He
Yeah,
still has
yeah,
that
but
flow.
he has more harder punchline now and stuff in it. So those type of people, the OGs and stuff, and people who rap like the OGs, it's making this comeback.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm right there because my music is like that. I've always had that boom back New York style type of rap music.
Beautiful. Cause my favorite rapper is Mos Def. I'm just I can't get past anybody else passing him. And the next one is Rakim.
Yeah, Rakim, man. That when I heard that dude, I was like, he is the rap god. I like Black Thought, KRS
Mm-hmm.
One, Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah.
Big Daddy Kane is another one of those rappers that use very big words. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I
I
think he was
like,
the first rapper I heard to use the word elegant.
yeah, like,
You
like
know?
what?
And when growing up in New York, they were pushing out rappers like this. It came
Hmm.
so fast to where you couldn't catch anyone and put them in your pocket. You just had to release it and listen to the next one. It all stopped when Eric B. and Rakim came out.
Yeah,
That's when everybody stopped and said, wait a minute, wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. This right here
yeah,
is the template.
yeah. Because Eric B. and Rakim birthed Nas.
Right,
Nas,
exactly.
when Nas first came out, he sounded just like Rakim,
Yeah.
and he kept that nostalgia to where you thought about, dang, what word he used? Hold on, let me see what that word mean. And that's true lyricism. I like lyricism. I don't
Yeah.
I don't care about, I'm pull up on my ops and do this and that. That's for the young kids. And
Correct.
and, and God bless them. But
Yeah.
that's not me. But my genre of rap is making a comeback, and it's coming back hard.
Well, I'm glad you said that because now I got to keep my ears to the streets because they're gonna push them out, and I want to support them.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
when I go on YouTube, I don't know why they give it to me, but I saw Rakim and Method Man and LL was on one video
Yes,
with them, and
yes,
I was like, okay, you think I didn't listen to it? Shoot, you better believe I listened to it.
yeah,
You know, then I saw another one. I'm like, wait a minute. So you got a point there, man. It's coming back.
yeah. You got to hear the song, and this is the clashing of two greats. LL Cool J and Eminem are on a song
I
together.
saw. Oh yeah, I watched that one and saw that one. It was ridiculous. LL slayed him.
Yeah, because
And
usually when Eminem's on a song, he slays the whole thing.
the
But
best
then
rapper.
again, I think also it's respect. This is LL's song. This is not my song. This is LL's song. So I'm gonna pay homage to LL because I'm quite sure Eminem could have turned it up
What?
because the best Eminem collab I heard is on Forever with Drake. Is Drake, Birdman, Lil Wayne, and Eminem's at the end.
Wasn't that sick? That was sick. And they let him shine at the end, and I went, all praises due to Eminem.
Like, how did you?
They had to
You
bow.
yeah, it's like, how do you let Eminem come on in your song and his verses are better than the most,
Yo,
the big,
Lil Wayne?
Drake, Lil Wayne,
Yeah.
Birdman, these dudes that and Eminem came on that song, and also Eminem slayed Jay Z's Renegade.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think when he did with LL, I think he was like, you know what, he's been in the game longer than me. I'm
I
not.
agree.
I'm gonna go hard, but I'm not gonna go as hard because this is LL's song. So then, and I think LL's like, look, I know who Eminem is, so I got to turn up on my own song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I
saw
think
that and I was like, oh my God.
that's when that's I like stuff like that, and they don't do that no more. They don't bring together good artists. It's always Drake by itself. You know, it's always Kendrick Lamar by
Little
himself,
baby by himself.
you know,
Yeah.
or he did a song with Future, but they're all the mumble rappers, Future and all them. And big shout out to them, man, because they doing it still, but they songs have no substance no more. All they talk about is getting high, drinking, uh, and
Riding.
everybody wants to take another man's one. Like, dude, you can't get your own.
That's where we are. So with
That's
that
where we
being
are,
said,
man.
hey Scott, with that being said, do you think, because I know what I think, do you think it'll be a great idea for me to be on an LP with you, promoting me and you together? You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Two
yeah,
AI music producers coming together and promoting themselves as a team,
yeah.
as a comp, like a Method Man and Red Man type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, because I think we need that,
I know.
and it's easier to do now. To where it's like, okay, here's the song. Let me send you the file. Come in right here,
Put your thing on
and
it.
and it's boom. It's just that simple. It's not now. I can't. I got to fly you out to Universal Studios. Got to set up a
Sit in
hotel.
the booth for five
We
hours
got to sit in the booth for five hours.
for a 3 second verse.
Yeah, for right, So, but I think because I've done it with some people already on in this AI world, and it was pretty cool. But this one dude, I thought, well, he's a very good lyricist. He's like, man, I'll do a song with you. All right, cool. This is it. He said, I'm still waiting on him to come back because he's like, well, I'm doing this for free, man. So give me a chance. That's why I ain't bothered you because I know you're doing it for free. But I see where you're trying to go with it. You want me to pay you the AI artist, to be on the AI song. Yeah, that ain't about to happen.
But
I just let
I
somebody else.
see what you're saying. I still think that's the next evolution
Oh, it
is
is.
for Song Smith to pair up with Colorful for Life and they put out an album,
Yeah,
not just a song, And now you got the best of both world fans coming together,
Yeah.
and then you just wash, rinse, repeat for the next two. Or
That-
here's something. Here's check this shit out. Check this out. You got like your, and I'm just throwing names out there. Ivy Blue, Magnolia Blue, and Malvia Soul. They're three-part harmony girls group.
that's I did a song, and it was probably a homage to Magnolia Blue. I have a song on my R&B album called Magnolia Blue Love,
Mm-hmm.
and it made that woman cry.
Wow, dude.
She's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you did that." I was like, "Because I like your music. This is just me saying thank you."
You're
It's
like,
on the Mr. Scoe album. It's called Magnolia Blue Love,
let me
and
see. Magnolia Blue Love.
it's called Magnolia Blue Love.
Looking at it right now, and see, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get a name of a song so I could segue. I'm segue on post production. After I said Magnolia Blue Love, bam, I'm gonna throw the
Yeah,
song in there.
Magnolia Blue Love, man. It's just because I've talked to her offline. We spoke on the phone and stuff like that, and
Hmm.
I told us like, I got this song, but it's a homage, but I structured the song as in Magnolia Blue being something that we all reach for. It's not directly talking to her,
Uh huh.
but it's
Right.
but
Right.
it's
Right.
like, I got you. This is what you mean to me as far as Magnolia Blue Love. And now let me make it into a massive love ballad. But I'm still talking to you because it has your name in it.
Right. Right.
So I did
Exactly. Those that don't know you think it's a title, a
that.
story, but those that know you kind of go, "Wow, he made this for her."
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
and and that's very honorable of you because we as hosts need to always know we're no good without them.
Right.
You
Right.
know, we
Right.
definitely are not. You can fool yourself and say, "Well, I can just keep going." No, you can't. No, you can't. And I do the same thing. Remember, I just mentioned to you about I'm doing my cover songs and thanking my
Yeah.
AI music
Yeah.
producers because
Yeah.
I honestly feel like as long as they're there, I have a reason to show up.
Hmm.
I have a responsibility. I'm their favorite TV show. I'm their favorite TV host, or whatever you want to call it. They depend on me, just like a good movie, a good
Hmm.
sitcom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
plus, they have songs that they itching. I got to get this song out. Uncle
Right.
Feelgood, could you play it? Sure, absolutely.
Yeah. And that's what I do also because, like I said, I do it for them more than anything. I took a break for like the past week of going live a lot because I just needed a break. Because I pushed out two complete albums, and that was
Yeah.
exhausting because when I do something, I put in the work, I put in the actual
Right.
work, the mental, the emotional, the physical, and I don't put it out unless I know it's right. You know what
Of
I'm saying?
course.
So then I was like, God, I'm gonna take a break. I'm not going live. I'm gonna be sitting here chilling, watching TV. I'm not gonna go over to the computer. But
Good.
I tell you what, I find myself getting up probably 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Sure.
I'm writing a song right here
Sure.
at my desktop. I'm like, oh man, I was
Just
trying to sleep.
just like Leon Silver's the third. He be laying in bed and all of a sudden he just jump up and record a bass line on his tape recorder. Doo, 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 doo. His wife was like, "You supposed to be sleeping." I know I can't. I got this
Yeah,
bass
yeah,
line. I got to get out. I got to get out.
yeah. Because I'm gonna start doing movies. I've written a 10-part series. It's a vampire series. Um,
Ah, I see where you're going with this.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to step it up. Um, like I got the music part,
Mm-hmm.
and what's so good about this is I can score my own movie.
That is correct, sir. Stay in your lane, baby. Stay in your
I can
lane.
score my own movies,
That is
and
correct, sir.
you get, and this the thing I like about the AI thing.
Mm-hmm.
You get paid as a producer. You get your royalties as a performer. and you get your royalties as your own record label. So now, once I do movies, I'll get my own proceeds as the music director, the
Right.
music supervisor. So
Right.
I'm still in my lane, but I'm expanding my lane. Now my lane is two. I had 2 lanes on the highway. Now I got 4 lanes on the highway.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And then
So
you'll be able to reach back and help people.
yeah, yeah, that's why I want to learn how to do the Gronk because I watched, and I don't know if you see like on TikTok, you see those little um series,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
they're AI series, they're like 30 seconds long.
they pull you in, dude.
I was like, you know what? Yeah,
They pull you
that's
in.
what I'm going to. Yeah, but then I seen a total AI movie.
Yeah, I did
I
too.
did. They said he spent around at least 2 grand in generations because he has a program. But dude, I watched that movie. I was like,
It's a thing.
so then, me being me, I was like, should I go back to school
See, that's why I don't want to. That's why I don't want to know about how to do nothing.
to
Cause
learn how to do, you know, I guess graphic artistry or whatever?
sure.
I'm like, but I can't be a career student, man, because I'm tired. My
Yeah,
brain.
yeah,
I
yeah.
have 5 degrees, man.
Yeah,
I got enough.
exactly. And you know you can do it. That's
Yeah.
the thing right there. You know, I know I can do it. I've proven that.
Right. So
Duh.
the technology that's available to me, Gronk, because that's what everybody using now. You got to pay for it and stuff. You got to give, monthly plan. But
They're
I'm gonna
using Grok for the videos or music.
I'm gonna use it for the videos,
Okay. Okay.
and you use CapCut to edit.
Right. Right.
But I'm going to go ahead and learn it just as hard as I learned Suno, and then I'm gonna kick out my first video soon. But I'm trying to learn how to do it so, because I don't generate, stuff because everything's gonna come into play. Because one buddy said, go ahead and create my prompts in Gemini and get it perfected in Gemini, then copy it. Then when I go over to Grunt, I just paste it. So because AI tells AI what to do, but it comes from us first. So if I'm going to create something AI and I'm gonna build it, why don't I use an AI hammer, AI nails? So now when I go over here, now I can create an AI building, and it's not going to come down because it's garnered by AI.
By AI,
But
totally.
I'm considered in the AI world though. I'm considered a hybrid because I know how to make organic music and AI music. So I bring them together.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So that's why writing my own lyrics, like I do my own beats because I use Logic Pro and I have a library of beats and I have an MPC.
Look at you. Look at you. You cheating in the game, baby.
Yeah, man.
You was built for this.
Yeah, I have an MPC, so I have my MPC and then I have my turntables. So all those elements come together and you hear them in my music. Because when I put something together, I put the whole thing together in Logic Pro and then I send it to Suno. And I
Got
direct
you.
it. I direct it on exactly what it want
That's a
because
real. You're a real artist, man.
see, I already know what the song is. I know where the bridges is and stuff like that. So I just go in there and I tell it, okay, at 2.6 minute mark, I want a saxophone solo, and they give me a saxophone solo. So it's already structured when I put it in there. I just may have to generate it a couple of times to get it right. And
Yeah.
once I get it right, I'll take the MP3 or the stems, bring it back to Logic Pro. And that's where I do my mixing and mastering at. So when you hear it, it comes out in a waveform because waveforms give you the best frequency. And
Right.
also it changes the metadata. So when you go to send it off to Spotify and stuff, it may detect some AI elements, but you've changed the metadata because you didn't took it from Logic Pro and it has its own imprint on it. and you send it to Spotify. So now you're not getting strikes as AI,
Ah, got right, right, exactly. Got you.
you know.
That
So
makes
that's
sense.
why my album was able to go through so quick.
Right.
My hip hop album and my R&B album was able to go through so quick without them coming back and so, hey, we have a problem with certain song, this, that, and the other. Because I've already mastered it through Logic Pro. I'm not sending it from Suno to you. I'm sending it from Logic
Right.
Pro to you. So the metadata is different. That's a gem. That's a
Well,
gem.
you're right. Well,
That's a
you know
gem.
what? I'm listening here, and I'm collecting your gems that you're giving out here, and I am so glad that you are back. You went on hiatus, and I
Yo,
understand. I do the same thing. I took a month off because I needed to reset
yeah.
and find out, why am I doing this? Do I really have a love for this, or am I forced doing this? And I realized I miss it. And that's when I knew I might as well just embrace it and stop trying to find reasons to sabotage myself from
Absolutely.
being a great host, and stop worrying about me and help other people, because I love seeing other people win. You
Yeah.
know, I like to see other people eat and pay their rent. I like helping people. And before we go, I have two questions I want to ask you.
Okay.
Number one is very important, and I'm gonna put you on the spot. Is there one AI artist that's an underdog, that's unsung, that's not getting their props, that you really need to say, y'all need to check this person out, because they're not promoting themselves, or whatever the case may be? Who can you call out right now that says, y'all better watch out for this person?
Um, Soup on the track.
Is that because they're a friend of yours, or?
No, it's really because of him that I turned it up in AI, my AI side, because he's a guy that was a rapper, but he lost one of his lungs, so he can't rap and keep the
Right.
keep the so he turned to AI, and I met him on the whim. Actually, I met him in somebody else's live, and they was doing a battle, and it was my first time in it, and I was taking my human element going against his AI element, and I still won. But dude, it was a battle uphill. This dude's phenomenal, and I watched him grow and grow and grow. And sometimes when I listen to his stuff, I'd be like, "Hey man, how do you do
And what is
that?"
his name again?
Soup on the track.
Now, Soup on the Track. Is there any song on your R&B album that you could say he influenced you with?
Um, yeah, it's let the bass play.
Ooh, ooh, let the bass play. I
Let the
get,
bass
yeah.
play.
I'm gonna listen to that as soon as we get off. As soon
Yeah,
as we get
because
off.
because I heard a song he did and it had jazz in it. Instead of being a hater and like, well, I'm just gonna outdo him and all this, I
Yeah.
was like, hey man, how'd you do that? He's like, hey man, this what you do. X, Y, Z. I said, so do you, just out of respect, say, hey man, I wanna do a jazz song, but what I'm gonna do, it's a rap song, but then I'm gonna pay homage to the jazz greats. That's like, so do you mind me taking your jazz concept part, as far as the instruments, and what he's like, man, go ahead. And what I did, I incorporated my own thing of jazz, because what happened, Uncle Feel Good, it took me back to my father. I was like, okay. So I pulled up some of like I still got some of my old daddy's records. I do. And I heard what's his name? The Onlyest Monk. I pulled out this song and I was like, okay. And I listened to it over and over and over. and all I heard was the upright bass in it. I was
Oh,
like, wow. That's like, man, I was like, man, just let the bass play. I was like, oh, I gotta write that down. And then once you hear the song, it's you'll hear that upright bass throughout the whole song. But then what's going to capture you is the subject matter of what I'm
right,
saying and how hip hop came into it.
right,
Let
right.
the bass play.
Well, let me answer my own question here this way. There's one person, she's not an underdog, but to me, I recently was introduced to her through my new battle here. She came in, she dropped a song, and she just left it there, and she didn't come back for the battle. But you don't have to be present in my room for the battle.
Hmm.
And I played it, and that was Malvia Soul,
Yeah,
Karen Jackson.
she. You know what? She
That's
dropped a couple of songs in my live before, and I didn't know who she was.
right.
And I was like, this is very unique,
That is something.
very unique. But I guess for her, we on different time zone.
Uh huh.
So when I go live, it's probably a different time zone where she's at. And and she like you, she'll come and drop something and just disappear.
Yeah.
But out of
Never.
respect, I play it and I'm just like, wow.
And I mentioned her name because my wife, being Japanese, being 75 years old, she don't give a damn about what I do. You know, she's like, okay. And she tired of me going, listen to this, listen to what. We've been through that a year ago or 2 years ago. Listen what I made. She's like, yeah, all right, all right. Now she don't even listen to anything. So I played Malvia Soul one day and she said, who was that? She said, now that one.
Yeah.
She sounded like she's mature. And I showed her a picture. She said, I could tell. That was more Erica Badu-ish, very mature.
Yeah.
She said,
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
for my wife to say that, I was like, this is it right here for me.
Man, I'll be honest with you, man. I've always wanted an Asian counterpart, man. Me personally, I just think. Now, don't get me wrong, black women, they're all that. But I
Oh, no, they
also,
not. No, they not.
I think, no, I'm just saying, I think Asian women are some of the prettiest women. Um, and when they take care of themselves, they age very gracefully.
Well, let me piggyback off of that with you. They're very feminine. At the end.
The end. We wouldn't even got because we can go down a whole rabbit hole of why
Right, right.
this
Of
don't
what
do
makes
this,
it,
why
and
this
yeah,
don't. Yeah, but yeah,
the
I do,
end.
man.
Very feminine. I
But
like the way my wife sits. I like the way she walks. I like the way she picks up things. Very feminine. The way
yeah,
she talks to me.
dedicated, loyal.
Oh man, I can't get rid of her. I tried. No, I'm lying.
But
She couldn't get rid of me. I'm like a stray cat. You feed me once, I'm in, baby.
yeah,
But
it's just I love
everybody tell me I'm the luckiest man, and I see it
you.
for
I mean,
27
you
years.
are, man.
I know.
I'm I haven't. I'm speaking to a woman now, but it's always the fear of the unknown. Everything is good right now, but it's always that fear of the unknown because I know where I want to, and I'm too old to be one chasing, which
Yeah.
I have a song called "Not Chasing,"
Yeah.
not chasing, on my R&B album, but I'm just not doing. I'm too old for that. I'll be in here with uh, a goldfish and a potbelly pig before I chase any woman.
A goldfish and a.
A potbelly pig, potbelly pig named Chops.
I love it. I
I'm
love
not.
it.
I'm not doing
No,
that
I, I
because
I hear you. I
I'm
hear
just
you.
not doing that because it's easy
Why?
to love one person, but when you want to try to put me in competition with somebody else, they won. Because I'm not going to be in competition like this. Because I already won the game.
Ten four.
I'm living my life.
10-4.
I
You
can do
you.
what
It
I want.
sounds like you are happy, and to me, that's when you win.
Yeah,
When you can
I'm very
wake up every
content with it.
day and not even try to be happy, just wake up, look around, and go, man, I'm just so happy.
Yeah, and I had a woman tell me I was too laid back for her.
Mm,
I
mm.
was like, okay, click.
You don't want me for who I am, then.
Yeah,
That's who
I
I.
mean,
I've
because
earned this right to lay back.
I'm a homebody. I don't really be out in the streets. I don't go to clubs. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I just don't do that.
You're not for
I,
her.
I'm like my sanctuary.
You don't want to be. You don't need to be seen.
Now, man,
Most people go out just to be seen. Look at
you
what I
know,
just bought. You know.
this is what I always say. I worked hard to disappear. You work hard to be seen.
Ooh, shut up. Shut up.
I
You know
work
what?
hard so I could disappear.
You got a lot of sayings. I know if your kids would be like, Dad, another saying. Yep.
That's how it is, man, because I've already been seen.
Yeah.
You're out in
Yeah.
front of all these people and all this, then people recognize you. Like if you're out somewhere, you might get somebody, hey man, I hate to bother you, but can you sign this for my kid and stuff? And
Yeah.
I do it because those are the people who pay my salary.
10-4. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I have to be kind and it's like, well, that Roscoe man, he's an asshole, man. He wouldn't even do
You
this.
don't want that on your resume.
I don't want that on my resume, but they also got to know that I'm human too.
Yeah, don't bother me when I'm eating. Can you
Yeah,
have some respect?
I'm human too.
I'm in the
You know, I,
bathroom, dude. Really?
yeah,
Come on.
and I don't mind it, but and that, like I said, I worked hard so I can disappear. You work hard to be seen. So I like being in my crib. I got the big TV, I got the PlayStation 5s, I got the music programs, I got my turntables, I got my 3D printers, and I got everything that I want
And peace of mind.
and peace of mind. So I'm just chilling. But the music thing is a hobby. It's just I like my hobbies, and
Yeah.
this is the hobby that I like. Then so that hobby opens up to now I want to go deeper in my hobby. So now
Yeah.
here come the videos. Now once the videos come, here come the movie.
Kill the game, baby.
And that's what I'm doing, bro.
Be
That's
that
what,
trailblazer. You know what I want for you, DJ Scoe? I want you to be the one that people copy. I
I've
don't
been
want.
copied
I want
already.
you to be that guy where everybody go, did you see what he's doing? Because Prince always says, forget being the best, be the first.
Yeah.
Nobody can replace you when you're first, but when you're the best, somebody can come along and beat you.
Yeah,
You're not the
I got
best
I got a
anymore.
couple of people who really it's they say imitation is the best form of flattery. But once you keep on doing the something after I do it, then it becomes annoying. Like if I make a reggae song, you ain't never done reggae, but you see me doing it, so now you about to do it. I'm like, okay, cool, you did a reggae song, so I'm gonna go over here and do this song. Here you come, like, come on, bro, you just
Yeah.
stop following me like that.
Yeah.
Take what I do and enhance it.
Yeah.
Just don't do what I do. Enhance it.
Right.
And it's a guy that does it. And he's an older cat. He's older than me and you. And but I'd be like, dude, come on, bro. You really copying me now. But he's like, well, man, you're my best. You inspire me. There's one thing to inspire you, but if I'm going to inspire you,
Do better.
inspire you to be better.
That is
Don't do what I
correct.
do. And like I tell my kids, don't do as I do as I say.
Yeah.
You're gonna live longer. And I'm not your friend.
Well, my favorite saying to my son, who's the oldest, who's the worst of the worst. I'm sorry, he, oh boy, that's my boy. But I always tell him, I said, son, at a young age, I told him, I said, don't nobody give a fuck about you. And then he stopped speaking to me. And then once he got a family, had kids, and had baby mama drama, child support
Here come the
payments,
questions.
he said, Dad, you were right. Come back to Dad, you were right. Remember when you said nobody don't care about me? I thought you were saying you don't care about me. I said, no. No. The world don't care about you. You got to stop thinking you the cute little puppy.
Right.
You the old dog they put in the backyard. You on your own.
Because I remember my father, before he passed away, he says, son, I'm going to tell you this. When I die, you going to catch hell. I'm like, me, I'm young. I'm about 12. I'm like, Dad, you ain't going to work. My father's already old.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, this dude ain't going nowhere. And when he died, hell came knocking.
Whew.
And I was like, okay, instead of letting hell do something to me, let me embrace hell and use it and let me show
Chef.
you how I'm going to use it.
Did you write a
That's why.
song about that?
No, no, not yet.
Because that was definitely a song I'm hearing get
Yeah,
ready to brew up in you.
yeah, because because it was tough. You know, there wasn't no guidance. Like I said, I didn't have a support system. When my father died, that was it. All my family was in Ohio. I'm down here, so I'm navigating the waves as a teenager in a grown-up world. It just so happened having that father, just like, okay, this is what you do. You go pay bills and go home and sit in your castle.
Gave you all the ammunition you need.
Yep. And some people don't like it. But I was like, when people's like, well, I can't wait till I'm retired. It's not what you think.
It's not what you think,
You got
brother.
to manage your money different. It's not that, okay, I'm retired. I'm about to go on these trips, all these cruises. I said, you're retired. Your bills ain't retired.
Yeah, that's why I tell people, they say, "How is it being retired?" I say it's overrated. It's overrated, overglorified. You know,
But
it
then
depends
people
on.
hate that you retired.
Man, they can't stand it. They can't
Can't
stand it.
stand it.
You mean
You
you get to do what you want to do?
right. So
I
everybody ain't
made it this
retired
way.
like you. I don't get to sit at home on my butt and do nothing. First of all, let me say something. I don't sit on my butt and do nothing.
That's
I
what they
just
think.
I just make it look like I don't do nothing.
Right, right.
I'm
You
doing a whole lot.
y'all seen the show. Y'all ain't seen the rehearsal.
Nah. Right.
And being a homeowner, that's the end. As a
Right.
homeowner, you never get to sit down.
You
You
never
know.
saw what it took to get here. You just see the
Yeah.
result of getting here.
Yep.
That's it.
So in the next 5 years, there's going to be an explosion of this AI because you see how it's changing in the last six. When did you come on, by the way? How long have you been doing AI music?
For about, be honestly, about a year and a half.
I can't even say that I believe that. I think you've been doing music longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been doing
The
longer.
AI thing, I
Yeah.
jumped in when soon I was at 5.5, I jumped in at 3.5.
I was doing Udio. You remember Udio?
Yeah.
The piece of trash.
And they promote Udio like it's the greatest thing
It was
ever.
there was no
That and
competition.
Mozart.
There
That
was
and
no.
Mozart. Something Mozart or something now.
Yeah, it was just like chat. Chat's not the best. It was the first.
It was the first.
The first to promote and get that noise. Then Gemini came, all these other ones came, and you go, wait a minute, I can do better stuff on Gronk and all of this other stuff than Chat. Well,
Mm,
Chat just happened to be the first. Udio
yeah.
was the first. It's not the best, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But
But
in 5 years, you already know that this conversation we having is gonna be some kind of library. It's gonna sit in somebody's library. It's wow, these guys were talking about this back then.
right. And look at them now.
Look at it now.
Like, yeah.
So this is gonna definitely be a part of history to where people can go. DJ Scoe and Uncle Philgood was talking about this. Times have changed. In 5 years, where do you see this AI music going, or where would you like to see it going? And
I would like to see it come to the forefront more in a positive way. You know, I would like to see the hatred go, and I believe it's going because it took a while for drummers to accept people who did drum machines. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
five
true.
years, I want to where if there's going to be big name companies, Sony, all that, because Warner's already on board. But these type of people just like include us into the fold.
Hmm.
That's it.
Hmm.
But it's going to be such great stuff coming out through AI. They ain't gonna have no choice.
Well, with all that being said, I want you to know, whenever it goes down like that, whenever it gets to be that big, you can always say DJ Sco helped build this.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be sitting in the corner office on the skyscraper, 26 floors up. Be like, yeah, come on in. Let me show you how to do this.
And I'm gonna go see your secretary and see if I can get me a a room right next to you,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah. Let be like, yeah, let him in. I know him.
Yeah, I want to be right next to you, man.
Right, man, because it's headed there. And me, people like Colorful Life and other people, we're at the spearhead of it. So
Hmm.
we're on that bullet train.
Yeah,
Everybody else is on the outside holding up picket fences. Picket.
right.
They're like, man, AI sucks. This and all that. Meanwhile, that train is blazing past them.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you.
My
I'm
thing is,
living. I'm living it. You
and
know.
just for in closing, my thing is this: if you don't like it, you don't have to like it, but learn it, because there's going to come a time they're going to need you. I feel also these record companies, they're going to hire. Like, so it's not going to be no more A&Rs and stuff like that. They're going to hire people like me,
That is
you,
correct.
to teach people how to prompt. And they're going to pay us big bucks to teach people how to prompt. And I think that's going to be part of their music division. Because you're not going to get rid of organic artists. You're not going to get rid of real musicians. That's a myth. That's not, y'all not going nowhere.
No.
It's just you're going to have to scoot over and make room for me.
So it's safe to say that the parting words for, because we all can coexist,
Hmm.
AI, music producers, and musicians, in part, and closing, and in love, we just want to say, just move over. There's more. There's room on the couch for everybody.
Yes.
You know,
We all can
and
eat.
with DJ Scoe, I want to say, brother, this has been 2.5 hours of love,
Yeah.
connection, and I'm glad I got a relationship with you, man.
Hey, man,
You know,
appreciate you, man.
I needed you.
I
You know,
love you. I love your stuff, man. I love your room. It's
thank you, sir.
walking to your room, man. It's like walking into a jazz lounge. It's quiet, comfortable.
Hmm.
You seeing somebody like, hey, what's going on? There's no negativity. Everybody loves everybody, and that's what I love about your platform, man. And I'm
Hmm.
definitely whenever I can, I'm gonna drop some songs in there.
Okay. Well, you always welcome. You have priority, and when you come in, just bring it. That's all I
All
gotta
right,
say,
man.
bro. Just bring it, man. I love
Appreciate
to
you,
have
man.
you.
I appreciate you, man, to the fullest, man.
Okay. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you on the streets of TikTok, my friend.
All right, man.
All right.
God bless,
Thanks
man.
again, man. Have a good night.
Yep.